Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to another session of Journey to Midnight. Last time we were here, it was a fancy party where our players did some sneaking and some dancing, some embarrassing and some talking, and some drinking on the side, but since they never explicitly mentioned it, I cannot hold them accountable for that. Which is lovely because I'm on my third shot of soju, so that'd be hypocritical of me. Anyway, today, we are going to pick up where we left off, where, egads, the Tsar was announced to be dead.
Oh no.
Yep.
And if
And his heir is missing, right?
his heir is nowhere to be found, possibly dead, possibly just missing, who knows?
Who? Who the
Um,
fuck knows?
yes. Yes, I remember exactly what was happening now. So,
Oh, okay. At least he remembers.
I'm so
you
glad.
see Philippe and Philippe, his husband, Kutuzov and Bolkonsky, they all quickly make their way out from the ballroom. Meanwhile, the guards who have been standing at the edge of the room the entire time begin ushering guests out.
Mm-hmm.
You all have no choice but to follow the press of the crowd. Everyone is told, make your way back to your rooms, please. The situation will be resolved shortly.
How are they gonna resolve this situation?
Right.
Yeah, how are they
The
gonna?
guy's dead. How? Oh wait, these are
The
vampires.
Czar found dead in Miami. Shit, is he okay? Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
dead.
he's just dead.
He's just dead.
I mean, Gerard is putting up no
But like,
resistance. But
he's in another city though. Like,
no, it's fine. Listen,
As
Yeah,
far as they're
Miami.
concerned, the situation is that they just need y'all fucking out of this room.
yeah, the situation is we're shutting down the fucking party. Everyone
Yeah.
go the fuck home. The
Everyone
council.
go
Y'all are the
Yeah.
situation.
Does it have kind of
Be
like,
that.
even though this isn't the situation at all, does it still kind of have the like teenagers caught in a house party vibe? Like everyone still feels a little ashamed.
No, not really. The typical, like, aristocratic reactions of they were enjoying a nice party and suddenly it's been canceled and they're like, why can't I have my party?
That's
Why can't
true.
I have my party?
Why
It's
can't
kind
I
of like
have
the
my
end of an
party?
8th grade dance, a lot like
Yeah.
All right.
Eighth graders
Yeah.
were the aristocrats
So-
of middle school.
They were.
In the meantime, you guys are all forced. Well, not forced. No one's like making you go gunpoint. But you do have to make your way back to the room.
mm-hmm.
In the meantime, actually, hold on. What would you like to do? You are all you have been escorted back to your suite. Is there anything you would like to discuss?
So we're all back
Anyone
in our rooms, right?
Yeah, you have been escorted. You have gone back to your suite, and you're all kind of just standing there right now, not knowing quite what to do.
I mean, my instinct is to fill in Ray and Giuseppe on the conversation that we had with It wasn't with Kutuzov. It was with his assistant, right?
Bolkonsky, yes. I'm surprised none of you have gotten that reference yet.
Huh?
I'm surprised none of you have gotten that reference yet.
Repeat the name. I have to test myself.
Bolkonsky.
Polkonsky?
I should know that. But I don't. I'm sorry.
Bolkonsky with a B. Dang.
Polkonsky.
Bolkonsky.
Okay, is it like a history reference or like a media reference? Because I don't know anything, Gunter.
Technically media. You would know a book. You would know someone from a book.
I know. I can't read.
Hey, Gunter, is this from your favorite novel, War and Peace?
Excellent.
I haven't read that book.
You thought
I read War and Peace?
Chat, do you think read War and Peace? You are.
Gunter,
I honestly am
you have an
proud.
inflated sense of our abilities, and I appreciate
Yeah,
that about
like,
you. But
Never
I
been
love
we are
that for you,
we are
but we are
living different
not that
lives, Gunter.
Damn. I didn't realize my friends were weak.
Finish
Truly a dark day.
Gone with the Wind. So,
I didn't finish it either.
like,
I
I
read
didn't
most
finish
of it.
the last, like, 2 pages of Gone with the Wind because I was done. You think I was gonna read War and Peace?
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to
read
get
Pride and
through a
Prejudice
single
and
Neil
barely
Gaiman book. I
remember
can't
To
deal
be
with
the
fair,
War and
actual book.
Peace.
Is
War and
this us
Peace
just
is
roasting our DM for like 5
Uh,
minutes straight? For
yeah.
yes, it is. You
Yeah, we're
just roasting
calling
your
him a
DM.
nerd in
Hey,
too
yeah,
many
hey
words.
everyone, check out this guy. He read War and Peace.
Wow, look at this guy. He
Yeah.
actually read books in school.
He can read.
Hello to this nerd.
I'm actually rereading it, so fuck you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Again?
You just keep
Combat
digging
starts
the
right now,
hole,
and you
my
have to
guy.
watch.
Anyway.
I love that for you.
All right.
I
Anyway,
my instinct is to do that. Except we've already established that in a place like this the walls have ears. So
do the
Yeah, I was
walls
about
have
to say,
eyes?
is Mr. Gerard allowed to roll? Oh my god, hold on. Is Mr. Gerard allowed to roll a perception check?
You can roll a perception check.
Yeah. And it's kind of pointed towards like the entrance to the room, I would say, if I have to point it. Sorry, I'm trying to find what my perception is again.
You're fine.
Just a second. Let me see. This
There
is
we
taking
go.
longer than it should, and I apologize.
You're
D&D
fine.
Beyond kind of froze up. Okay, what is his perception? Oh my god, why can't I find it?
it should be your wisdom, unless you've selected it as a proficiency.
I don't think I did. Oh, perception. Sorry, I'm
Well,
a dingus. It's a +0. It's a +0. So I can
alright.
take a flat roll.
So, go ahead and bold if you do assume any of us have read War and Peace. Alright, Mr. Gerard rolled a 12. You can see no signs of someone in the room, aside from you.
Okay. And that's with a 12.
Can I make a roll?
You can. Eight.
All
You
right,
may
18.
rolls an 18. You also cannot see any signs of someone in the room.
All right. Well, that makes me feel safer anyway. So. All right. Yeah. So I mean, I think we're speaking in hushed tones at this point, but absolutely, yeah, I'm filling in Ray and Giuseppe on that conversation with Volkansky.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
and go ahead.
Ray and Giuseppe, or Alyssa, do you actually want to like say it, or do you just like give them the DL? Basically, would you like to role play telling them this?
I would, but I can barely remember that conversation myself.
Okay. Essentially, what Yume tells Ray and Giuseppe is that Volkansky came to them, Yume, Lady, and Gerard in the Palace Gardens. And
Yeah.
on their end, they've realized that Philippe is under some sort of spell that seems to be compelling him. And Bolkonsky informed them that for a while, I recall that I told you all a few sessions back that Philippe was what you would consider a part of the reactionary faction in the like politics of the Tsarist bureaucracy. Bolkonsky informed them that he was actually more reformist. but suddenly took a 180 turn shortly after meeting his now husband,
Mhm.
Ivan Ivanovich Dragunov.
Mhm.
And essentially what it boils down to is they all agree that Ivan has done something to Philippe, but they have no idea what it is, much less his motivations, because by Bolkonsky's own admission, they don't know where the fuck he comes from.
Hmm.
And there was another side bit of Yubei being passive aggressive with Bolkonsky about what's being done to the Dreamwalkers, and Bolkonsky kind of outed himself as a reformist by openly admitting that what's happening to them is reprehensible.
I mean, she kind of forced him to.
She did, and he was keeping so composed. In his head, he's like, "Why am I being aggroed? Why am I being aggroed? God damn it!"
And
But yeah,
note that he wasn't aggroed anymore once he did that.
damn. If only it were so easy. But yeah, so that is the gist of the conversation. You know that Ivan has probably done something to Philippe. That is easy enough to guess. What he has done to Philippe, why he has done anything to Philippe, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I'll tell you who doesn't know. It's Lady. Lady doesn't know shit. Including how to spell.
All Lady knows is that she wants to kill Ivan.
So
I understand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now that Ray and Giuseppe have gotten the DL on that, do they have any comments or questions?
Nope.
No questions at all?
Giuseppe?
Let's see.
Any thoughts from the Big Apple himself?
From the Big
Big Apple himself.
Giuseppe kind of takes all of this in, and he's like, okay, so you're telling me that Philippe's husband has got them under some kind of mind control or something, is what we're dealing with here? I mean, listen, I just found out vampires are real. I don't really know how I feel about mind control, but
I will say, Giuseppe, because you do have some magic adjacent abilities, being a
Mhm.
paladin and all that, you
Mhm.
know that magic exists and that
Oh yeah,
there
no,
are.
he knows that magic exists. I think it's more like ethically.
Oh, so it's like
That's fair.
you've never heard of someone actually like going so
Doing
far as
that,
to
yeah.
mind control.
Yeah,
others.
the
Okay.
idea that this would be the situation is like, great, this is fucking shitty. Like,
Yeah. Okay, I get you. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's like, okay, so you think that based on what you've been told, Philippe is no longer in control of his own actions. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, that
kind
is what we are telling you.
Okay.
Of course, this depends on whether or not we were being told the truth.
Well, that is the thing. Usually in cases like this, I find that the truth, whether or not it's told to you directly, at best comes from the source itself. So I'm gonna probably pay Mr. Philippe a visit pretty soon. But I like your input on how we should move forward with that. I guess seeing as we're a team and all.
Possible.
we
I'd
are.
like to get more information about this Ivan.
Well, yeah, I'd like to talk to him too.
Lady
Well,
perks
and
up. Lady
Yeah.
perks up at the thought of talking to Ivan, and she goes, "I would like to see his puppies at peonies again. I will talk to him.
you wanna see his puppies and his what?
Peonies."
Oh, yeah,
I
peonies.
Puppies.
Okay.
I heard puppies too.
Peonies. Oh, I
Oh no,
see.
that is
Puppies
what
and
she
peonies.
said. But
Puppies.
Yeah, no, I think that both of them should be talked to, separately.
in
Uh,
the meantime, I need to find a quiet place to get in touch with the Green Hand.
are you spreading the word about this to them too? Or are
I
you
think it's
trying
the
to
safest
figure out?
course of action, aren't we?
I will say it is probably going to spread very quickly since Philippe probably not in the smartest move he's ever made. Announced it at a party full of the Mazavian nobility
Yeah, I feel like
Announced
we need
what?
that the
that the
Tsar
Tsar
is
is
dead.
dead.
Oh, I mean, talking about Ivan.
Ivan. You can? They might know anything.
But also, I might be able to get more information from the Green Hand using about Ivan.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that that's a valid source of information. Maybe you talk to your people and you see what you can find out. Um, Regardless, I think both of these fellas are gonna get pretty busy pretty fast, based on the announcement that was made uh, at the end of the festivities. Um, Meaning that I think that we need to talk to these guys sooner rather than later.
That's fair.
Assuming that you will be able to talk to them, considering that they will have a lot on their plate. Not soon.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Well,
It is possible you could get an audience with the Viceroy, especially since you are the entourage of his esteemed childhood friend, who is herself a member of nobility.
mhm. I guess
However,
if we can't get the Viceroy, I want to talk to Ivan, because he's the guy who seems to be behind this. So I think that the way that Giuseppe would approach it is like, okay, I need to go talk to him to see what information he will accidentally give me.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
all right, I'm glad Secret of a Place would read War and Peace.
We've
Person of
got a
culture.
single person. Sorry, two people that would read War and Peace.
I'm glad you acknowledge that I am a person, Sarah. I do
I
appreciate that.
mean, you're not a person. You're a DM, buddy.
Hmm.
Know the
Yeah.
difference.
Mr. the Frog, we agreed that a DM is not a people.
Not a people.
It's not,
Not
a
a
people.
people.
Yeah, thank you for
Mr.
reminding
the
me I'm supposed
Frog.
to be a cold, heartless bastard who's going to ruin
Oh,
everything you know and love.
Oh no!
Oh,
You're gonna kill my
no.
poor little meow meow. Oh no!
No, I'm going to make him watch.
I'm so scared.
Sarah, stop.
Why? What? I'm fine. I'm good.
Sarah, I love your energy and I thrive off of it.
Thank you. That's
Keep
what I'm
it.
here for. Thanks.
All right. So it sounds like y'all would like to investigate the Viceroy's husband and possibly the Viceroy himself.
Yeah,
How do you
I
want
think
to,
that
aside from
personally, I
talking
also
to them, how do you want to go about that? Do you have any alternative options? Or does that seem to be the plan? Gonna go interview them, essentially.
I mean, that's Giuseppe's way of investigating people. I'm not sure what other folks may have in mind, but that doesn't mean that we can't approach this from more than one angle.
I do remember Alyssa saying that Yume saying that she would like to get in touch with the Green Hand to see if they know anything about what's going on.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I have not really. Well, Lady would like to talk to Ivan as well, but that probably
Lady might change
is
her
less
mind.
talking and more killing. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lady might change her mind. She's getting glares from Gerard across the room. She might change her mind.
About the violence or about the talking?
Both.
Hmm.
He probably knows
it's
what her
gonna
true
be a
intentions
good
of talking to Ivan
time.
are.
Yeah, no, he
Um,
he is standing with his little hands crossed behind his back, and he doesn't look very pleased with the suggestion.
she is actively changing her mind, but like, give her a minute. Brain work takes a lot of work.
Oh, he knows. It's rough out here, buddy.
It's rough out here, buddy.
All right. So it is late in the evening. You're all very tired from your various ball shenanigans. Would you like to deal with this now, or would you like to take a long rest and do it in the morning?
I mean, I don't think. Do any of us actually need to restore any health or spell slots, or did we not
You've
get a
already
long rest between?
You have had a long rest already, and you've not had any combat since then, so you are back at full health and have all your spell slots.
I was gonna say, I will say, I don't feel.
I will
It's super
say it
necessary,
has
but
been an entire day since, like, basically you have spent all day getting ready for the ball and then actually doing the ball, and now it is nighttime. So keep in
sleeping might be a
mind,
good idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will give you exhaustion if you decide to pull an all-nighter.
Oh yeah,
Lady
no,
would like to
Gerard
take a
is not
fucking
pulling
nap.
an all-nighter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will let you perform
Giuseppe is
any.
50 years old. He cannot be doing that.
Not with them apples.
Not with them apples.
I will let you all do some last minute actions, public or secret, if you would like to DM me something away from view of the crew. Aside from that, we will call it a day and y'all will go to sleep. So if you have anything you want to do, say it now.
I mean, I want to get. Obviously, I want to get out of this silly little costume I'm wearing.
Y'all are still in costume. You all look very lovely.
Little costume.
Oh, y'all just stripping.
I mean,
Wait,
yeah,
so are we
let's
all-
go.
Everyone in the living room just starts shitting.
Everyone in the living room is just—it's like the end of a convention night. We're all standing there. Nobody has any like self-respect or boundaries.
Yeah, there's just like there's makeup smeared all over the fucking place. The little shared bathroom counter is a disaster.
Oh yeah, somebody dropped their bald cap in the toilet.
Wow, who would do that?
I know. Whoever would drop their bald cap?
Who would drop their bald cap in the toilet of a Ramada?
Yeah, that would. It was not a
As a bald
Ramada.
man,
It was
I
a
do not
Hampton
appreciate
Inn.
that.
It
Who
was
would-
a Marriott.
Who would
Oh,
drop
shit.
their bald cap in the toilet of a Marriott?
Yeah, I mean, whoever would do
God.
that.
Certainly not someone attending Anime Weekend Atlanta 2019.
God.
I'm sorry, we unpacked a lot.
Surely
of lore there
surely that's
irrelevant.
unrelated. Anyways,
yeah, it's definitely not related or anything.
Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like y'all are just
Well
going
then.
to retire for the night.
I
Give
think
me
that's
one
Lady
second.
would like to crash on the couch. She knows there's a bed there, but she wants the couch.
Do we want to paint a little character picture about what everyone's kind of like night routine consists of, like just briefly?
If you
I
would
think
like
that's
to,
great, Dev.
if you would like to, that's fine with me. I don't mind.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Rapidly Googling when Pond's cold cream was invented.
Yeah, Giuseppe definitely does like the like evening like aftershave towel, like steam towel on face, like combo. But he's very practiced, so it's not really a spa night. It's just kind of his normal thing. He will make sure that he has his cigar for the next day rolled out, and he will then settle into bed, place a small, respectful kiss upon the portrait of Mrs. Von Mar that he always keeps in his wallet, and
Aw.
he will he'll probably read a few chapters of whatever book he is reading at the moment, and then he snores like a chainsaw. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Well, at
That's
least he loves
alright.
his wife.
Yeah, at
And
least he
everything
loves his
does
wife.
Is okay is because he
Yeah,
loves his wife.
at least he's got raw sex appeal, but he is also an old man and he snores like a
Raw
chainsaw.
sex
sex
appeal,
appeal.
but so
Hey,
married.
it's like wine.
Yeah.
It's gotta age.
Yeah, listen. You can't stay young forever. Not when you're fighting
Absolutely.
crime.
Not when you're fighting crime.
Oh my god.
These little
Brown
shoes.
shoes. Okay. Listen, we can't. Okay, so Gerard's bedtime routine is he does a little bit of skincare. It's very brief, but it is very necessary. He does moisturize. He's very clean. He does not go as far as doing a hot towel and such, but he likes a clean shave. He does, though. I don't know if he's like a morning shave person or a night shave person. I feel like he's a morning shave person, so he's probably gonna save that. He does sleep like a fucking corpse. It is kind of weird. He does sleep flat on his back, arms at his sides, chin.
Oh, that's
pointed up
what
at
I
the
do.
ceiling. Yeah, he sleeps like Alina does, and very quietly. Does so very quietly, but does for a while does not fall asleep easy. He lays there kind of with his eyes closed, pointed towards the ceiling for a long time, and you can very obviously tell he's awake, but he isn't talking to you unless you want to speak to him.
The lady's bedtime routine is surprisingly chill. She does do some skincare. She makes sure her hair is brushed and braided. And mostly what she spends her time doing, and you can tell it's like a relaxation thing. She does spend some time polishing her axe.
Oh,
lovely.
She makes it look really clean and really polished. So
Not
she
sponsored by
also
any
kind of
college.
sleeps like the dead. Once she finds the perfect position, she ain't moving.
I am a fool and I forgot to mention Panettone. He, of course, feeds Panettone, takes her on a brief walk, and she does sleep at the foot of his bed. And by that I mean on top of the foot of his bed. She sleeps in the bed.
Nice.
She is spoiled.
God, I fucking love Panettone.
Panettone.
So good.
Panettone.
All right. Also, thank you to our viewers for enduring what is essentially a description of everyone falling asleep. Y'all are
I think this is
very
what
patient.
It's
wanted.
very important development, and
Right.
they should be
Yeah,
grateful.
it's important.
It absolutely is.
Everyone's as
Oh.
obsessed with our characters as we are, obviously.
So, Miss Yume, what is your nightly routine? How do you hit the hay?
Yume is fucking I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is actually.
And
But
also,
she's not very graceful about it. She just kind of drops the clothes that she was wearing on the floor, puts on some little pajamas,
Messy.
just falls asleep on top of the comforter.
damn.
Yeah.
Out like a light.
Good for her, though.
She deserves it. Little snooze.
She's actually a light sleeper, though.
All right. Mr. Ray, do you have a nightly routine, or are you just falling asleep?
So it depends on how Ray is feeling. Right now, Ray is just kind of emotionally exhausted from essentially telling a strange woman his background. So he kind of just carefully takes off his alligator suit because he wants to preserve it and just sits in a chair and just passes out like every grandfather at a family reunion.
Oh my god, he does the grandpa
Yes.
sleep. Oh my god.
Grandpa. Love him.
Grandpa
Like,
sleep.
this
Can we pile stuffed
this
animals
man
on
is
him
in
and see
his
if he?
underwear, in a chair, just falling asleep.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Ray.
Damn. He really is a granddad.
Obsessed with him.
All right.
Absolutely obsessed.
Well, sounds like y'all are all going to sleep. You all awaken the next morning, refreshed, ready to tackle the day. It's gonna be great. Nothing's gonna happen at all.
I don't
Oh,
trust
nothing
that.
at all.
I love trusting
A
Gunter.
lie.
It goes
What?
so
You
well.
can trust me.
Uh-huh.
I'm your pal, your best bud. I'm
Like
not a
trusting a
cold-hearted
snake.
DM who's going to kill everything you love. Anyway, don't know where that came
That's
from.
okay. Here's the
So-
thing, Gunter. Here's the thing. Remember, this is a two-way street, and I know how to hurt people
Ditto.
emotionally.
Here's the thing, Elena. I'm willing to harm people. You aren't. Anyway,
Oh,
The-
sir.
You
Oh,
underestimate
sir,
Elena.
that was a challenge.
I'd like you to get back with Sarah on that one at your own leisure.
well, anyway, you all awaken.
I work in retail.
You all
There's
awaken.
nothing I won't do.
Breakfast is brought to you by the servants, as usual. It is lovely. Lady does have something she would like to propose to everyone.
She does, yes.
Oh, no.
She's going to stick I'm going to assume that there's crumpets there. She's gonna stick a crumpet in her mouth and very unladylike look at Gerard and go, I want to go shopping, and I want to take my dear friend Philippe with me.
He inhales a little bit and just kind of goes, okay, I'm coming, right?
Do you also need a new little necktie?
This is a yeah, sure, it's a necktie. No, I literally just cannot leave you by yourself. I apologize if that seems blunt, but you understand the implications of this. And I would just prefer to come with you, and a new necktie would be nice.
Excellent. We will gather Philippe if we can find him, and we shall go. And I hope to go very soon. Oh,
will.
mayhaps we get a little lunch on the way.
We will most likely
Yeah.
get one, knowing you. That sounds very good.
I'll also
would anyone
be,
else like to attend?
Well, I'm kind of wondering, lady, if you take Mr. Philippe out of the house, that might leave our guy Ivan, let's say, less occupied. So he may have a little bit more time on his hands. So I'm wondering if I should stay back to try and talk to Ivan while you take Philippe out shopping today.
That is fine, yes.
I think separating them is actually a very good idea.
All right.
Is that genuine?
So it sounds like Lady, Gerard, Philippe, and Giuseppe are going to go on a shopping trip with Philippe. Would anyone else like to come with them? Yume, Ray?
Hmm.
I'm gonna go.
Ray's gonna go.
Ray is gonna go. All right. Miss Yume,
Yeah, Ray's
I recall.
gonna go.
Sorry,
He's
go
got
ahead.
some stuff to do. No, you're good.
He's got some errands to run. Are you finished with those errands yet?
Are you finished with
Are
those
you
errands?
finished with those errands yet?
All right. Miss Yume, I recall you saying you wanted to get in touch with the Green Hand. Is that still true?
It is.
All right. I will leave it to
Jesus.
you to decide how you're going to go about that.
Who is creating audio hell?
Not me.
I have
think
no
it's
idea what
me.
you're talking about. Uh-oh.
Man.
Is it? I hope it's not me. Is it?
I've not heard a single thing.
Okay.
It's just been us
I
Is it
talking.
because
think
I have a fan pointed at me right now?
something just like crackled really loud.
Oh, okay.
I also heard the crackling. I don't know
Mm.
what that was, but
My-
it is not happening anymore.
Might have been me. I had a sunflower seed in my mouth. That could have been me. I'm
Mm.
sorry.
That's
Ouch.
alright.
Girl.
Ah, yes,
Anyway.
Katie, you are
um,
correct. This is splitting the party.
Oh,
well,
It'll be
no.
listen. It'll be fine. Listen, but it's a
hang
strategic
on,
split.
hang on. Maybe not, because I think it's possible that I might be able to get in touch with the Green Hand in town.
In front of Philippe.
In front of
Never
Philippe.
said I was gonna be in front of Philippe.
So okay, but you will be within the area, but you will not be traveling with us.
Might split away for a little bit.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think we'll be fine.
I think
Just
it gets me
nobody
closer to
die.
my goal. Is my point.
Yeah, just nobody die. It's just that easy. Now, does Yume want to take someone with her? Because I think going with more than one person is better than going by yourself.
But see, this is the Green Hand we're talking about too.
It's your choice. That is just what I'm advising.
Yume's gonna follow them into town anyway. Oh, I'll think on it for a minute.
Yeah, and I think Giuseppe's gonna hang back and try to talk to Ivan.
Oh, is that?
That's it.
Oh.
That's been his plan. He wants to talk to
I thought-
Ivan.
Yeah,
Giuseppe-
Giuseppe wasn't coming with us.
Because the reason Yume was going on the shopping trip was because I thought everybody else was.
No, because Giuseppe just said to Lady, if you take Philippe out on the shopping trip.
Then said that Giuseppe was going on the shopping trip.
Well,
Okay, well, we know
okay,
now.
That's my
that
understanding.
wasn't my intent, but yeah.
This was not.
Yeah,
my
Giuseppe
intent.
would like to stay at the castle and try to
In
talk
that
to
case,
Ivan.
That is my bad. Okay, so Giuseppe will be staying at the castle to talk to Ivan.
Yes. I may have been unclear in that first scene, but that is what I want to do.
Sorry. Alright, so it sounds
fine.
like everyone but Giuseppe plans to leave the castle.
Well, no, in that case, I'll stay behind with Giuseppe.
Well, but it is also what Yume wants to do.
Yeah, but I just don't like splitting the party.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Alina?
I think it'll be fine.
Alina? No.
I mean, it's up to you. Like I've made my choice for Giuseppe, so I mean, if you want to tag along, that's fine.
I'm so tired right now. I actually don't know what the best decision is.
Here's the thing. Then backseat with someone else.
Yeah, if you
Nothing wrong with
backseat with Giuseppe, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just say that you're gonna hang out with Giuseppe.
I mean, yeah, but then can I get in touch with the Green Hand from there? That doesn't make...
If your goal is to get in touch with the Green Hand explicitly, then
Yeah. Here's the thing.
You do need to go out into the city.
I will reassure you and work with Gunter on this one, unless Gunter has some shenanigans planned, in which case I think that would be very funny.
If you get Giuseppe killed...
No, listen. He's not going in there for a confrontation. He's going in there to do a Columbo, okay? He's not going in... Yeah, he's gonna go do, like, a Columbo feeler out, have a tea party type conversation. This is not like a gotcha moment. Like, it's a slow build with Giuseppe. Yeah.
When I say there is a non-zero chance of combat, that does mean there's a possibility of combat happening.
Oh yeah, no, always, yeah.
That does not mean it is 100%, which means it is avoidable.
Yeah, I know it's avoidable, and Giuseppe will try to avoid conflict because he knows that he's alone and he doesn't want to fight some guy alone. Also, it does no good to him to fight this guy here.
Avoiding it.
What?
I think he'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is Elena's decision whether she wants Giuseppe to talk to Ivan or not. We do have to
Yeah.
respect
I mean, yes. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just
that. Have faith in your players.
I am
Have faith
not
in your
going
fellow
into this
players.
That's not
interaction
the problem.
trying
I'm
to.
so tired right now, and I don't feel comfortable splitting the party. But
Then why doesn't Ray go with Giuseppe?
Yeah.
And then they each have someone with them.
Would Ray like to go with Giuseppe, or does Ray have something they need to do in the town?
Ray will start with Giuseppe just to make sure he's like chill. But he does have an errand to run in town. Just a quick one.
Okay.
Nothing too long or anything like that. He's just got a quick little slip into town.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I think
All
we're
right.
in like an information gathering stage. And
Yeah,
so I
that's
think
literally all I
I'm
want. Is I
comfortable
want
with
to.
yeah.
Giuseppe wants to get a vibe off of Ivan because he hasn't been able to get that yet. And he has enough in common with this dude, being that he also has dogs and likes flowers. He is not looking for a combat. And I
Yeah.
don't think that it's going to end that way unless Gunter is specifically planning that, in which case I'll respect that as like him being the DM. But I think it'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Um
All right. It sounds like y'all have your plans set.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to say that Lady and Co. go to a. I'm going to say you all go to where you ask for where Philippe is. You are told you can find him in what is essentially like the Viceroy's situation room.
Hmm.
You are advised that he is currently in a very important discussion with his top military official, Kutuzov.
Yeah.
But they will inform him that it is Lady who wants to see him. While you are waiting outside the door, the servant goes in to inform Philippe. You can hear Kutuzov and Philippe yelling at each other. And it's not like
The boys are
they're
fighting.
it's not like they're not fighting.
The boys are arguing.
It's kind of panicked because, well, it kind of is an argument. Basically, you hear a snippet from Kutuzov of, we can't guarantee we'll get reinforcements if things are going to get as bad as we think. And you hear Philippe say, if we don't, we're dead.
Ooh.
And that is all you hear before the door is shut. After a few moments, the servant returns. The Viceroy will see you now. You are all escorted into the room. It is currently just Philippe and Kutuzov. Bolkonsky is off to the side. He's essentially like taking notes for Kutuzov. And Philippe turns to you. He looks like he has not slept at all. There are bags under his eyes. His hair is kind of frazzled.
Right. Lady's going to look between them. She finally lands on Philippe, and she's like, "We are going to go buy little coffee. We are going to go buy some little tea. You are coming with. You have not slept. Do not try to lie to me and say that you have, because I look at you and I see you. We are going to go get some tea. We are going to do a little shopping. We are going to take care of a very stressful situation. And when you come back, you'll be feeling much better.
They both stare at you with a look of what? Philippe,
We are
after a
going
moment,
shopping, Philippe.
Philippe, after a moment, collects himself, and it's like, "Ma chère, there's a very delicate situation right now, as I'm sure you understand. I can't just leave."
You are not going to be leaving the town. They will be able to find you if they need you. But I am
I need
sure that
I need
they
to
can
be
spare
here.
you for exactly one morning.
Kutuzov clears his throat. If His Excellency needs a short break, I am certain that we will be fine. So long as the break is a short one.
What time do
The
you need him back? I will bring him back.
Kutuzov looks at Philippe. Philippe shrugs his shoulders in a "what can you do?" Kutuzov says, 2-3 hours?
Very well. We just won't have lunch out. I will have him
Philippe
back before lunch.
Philippe sighs fondly. Perhaps a walk on the town will do me some good.
Clear your little head. Let's go.
Kutuzov does say before you go, "I will insist His Excellency be accompanied by a guard. The streets are restless at the moment. And we do not need the top civil official of the Viceroyalty out
Well, in that case, do you
without
want to
a
come?
few. Someone needs to remain in the palace to make sure that if a situation arises, it can be handled. I will detach some trusted men to go with you."
This is
Well,
acceptable.
um, yes. Okay, so you do that. As Philippe just shrugs, he says, I probably do need a bit of a rest. And as you all start to leave, Bolkonsky catches you outside before you go. He specifically pulls Giuseppe off to the side because he's the person he could reach first. Before you go, there are indicators that someone is trying to stage a riot. We think it is the extremists.
Hey guys,
Be careful.
I've got to step away for a minute.
Oh dear, everything okay?
My dad wants me down at the beehive, so I've got to. No, my dad thinks our bees are swarming. I don't think they are, but he's worried, so I've got to step away and go take care of that.
Girl, go check on the
You're good.
bees.
I'll try
Go
to be
check
back
the
shortly.
bees, girl.
but- yeah.
We can start our
I'll be
break
back.
right
You
now.
guys can continue.
Well, it's still a little.
You don't have to.
We've only been going for like.
If you guys,
Okay.
we've only been for like an hour maybe, but
Yeah,
I
we haven't even
am
been-
not going to
we
be
haven't
gone
even hit
longer
an
than
hour.
30 minutes.
I have said that's fine. Okay.
So
Yeah, just do what you need to do. Here.
okay. All right. Be back shortly.
Be back.
Anyway.
Ha ha ha. Bees.
Be back.
God.
Bees back.
Okay. So Ray turns into a tree.
Holy shit.
There is a
Turned into
joke in
tree.
another
Are you?
campaign
Hey,
whenever
hey,
someone
started-
has
hey, Yumi, you see?
Ray.
Hey, you seeing this, Yumi?
He started Blair Witch standing in the corner.
Oh my god.
There's a joke in another campaign of mine. Whenever someone has to go use the bathroom, we say that a tree suddenly sprouts up and their character goes behind the tree.
God. Yeah, there's a tree now. Bye.
Yeah.
All right. So, where was I? Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, he's given the warning to Giuseppe.
Yeah.
Uh,
If that's
yeah, no, go ahead.
Bolkonsky is very intense. Be careful where you go with the Viceroy. If we lose him to a street riot, the reactionaries will have momentum both here and at the capital that we might not be able to stop.
Gerard kind of clears his throat and he's like, I will do my best to make sure everyone arrives back safely as well.
Yeah, listen, I don't, I got some business that I gotta take care of here. My folks know about that, but I mean, I think that he's in perfectly good hands. And we're gonna keep a sharp eye out, for any, funny business. So I don't imagine we'll be, having to worry about that too much, but I thank you for the warning. Of course, it's always good to keep, you know what I mean, to keep an eye out. Thanks for looking out, sir. And he kind of like claps him on the shoulder, like, thanks, buddy. And like
Bolkonsky
probably
does tell Bolkonsky does tell you, because of the martial law in the city, it would probably be easy for them to disperse it, because it's not like these people wouldn't really be able to get weapons.
yeah,
And he says riot, but he kind of like stops himself for a second and then just like, it's possible that it will just be a demonstration.
yeah,
But with
it's
things
yeah.
the way they are in the city right now, it could get very intense very quickly.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, no,
he's just telling
yeah.
y'all to be careful.
All right, yeah, those are some valid concerns you bring up there, sir. Uh, we're gonna do our best to keep everybody safe, but we'll be on the lookout. Uh, and as he says that, his golden eye kind of like twinkles a little bit,
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
dear.
only for the pun. Nothing else happens.
Of course.
Yeah. Anything else that he needs to confide in Giuseppe for?
That is all he needed to tell you. Aside from that, you are free. You are free to do whatever you needed.
Cool. Well, Giuseppe, I think, has. I mean, he's good whenever, but I don't know what the other crew needs to do right now, as far as like starting off on their little shopping vacation.
I was about to say, Gerard is, of course, following. I believe Lady is going to lead the way because this is the outing that she proposed. But he will make sure to stay probably closer to among the guards than among them because he's very stridently trying to mark his place in this situation without being too audacious, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. So, with that in mind, you all make your way out of the streets. Before you leave the palace, 4 soldiers march up. They say they will be helping you to escort the viceroy. They seem like friendly enough. They're very wary about going out into the streets right now, but that's what they've been told they gotta do, so here they are.
Lady looks at the closest one. she kind of squints at them for a second, and then she goes, "Where is the closest coffee shop? That is actually decent?"
He pauses for a second, surprised to be addressed by a member of the nobility so casually. Uh, uh, I know of a shop a couple of blocks down the street, milady.
Will it
I
be
think
decently
we could.
safe?
It should be. The owner's not really known for political sympathies or anything like that, miladyship. He's just interested in his business and making coffee.
That sounds good. We will go there. I know I say shopping. That can wait. Right now, my dear Philippe, he needs a coffee and probably a little crumpet, and then we will. What's the word? What's the
Shop.
word?
Shop, madam.
No, no,
Window
no,
shop?
no. Reassess.
Reassess. That sounds about right.
Yes. Coffee first,
Philippe looks
reassess
at you
later.
oddly at the word reassess, but he just shrugs. It'll be like taking a trip through the city again when we were young. I do miss that old coffee shop. I hope the
Yes.
revolution didn't burn it down.
'Tis such a shame. Let us go find some decent coffee.
All right, you all make your way out. While before we get to the coffee shop, I am going to cut to Giuseppe.
Yes.
Well, I actually no. I will hold off on you for a second, Giuseppe, because Ray is with you, and I would like to give
Oh yeah.
them a bit of time to get back. Sorry about that.
You're good.
In the meantime, the group coffee squad, that's what I'm going to call y'all. The coffee squad is making their way through the street. You're just leaving the Viceroy's palace, and this is in one of the very upscale areas of the city. So most of the people you see are very well dressed. They they seem they're all shaken. Clearly, you recognize a lot of people that were at the party last night. A lot of noble residences are very close to the palace, those that aren't in the palace itself. And
Mhm.
they're all trying to go about their day, but otherwise they are all nervous because out of all the things that people expected to happen, the Tsar suddenly dying was not one of them, and no one knows what's going to happen because of that. But
Mhm.
you all make your way a couple blocks down to a very upscale coffee shop.
Mm.
The owner,
Mm.
it has on the billboard. You know what? I'll make a mistake. Y'all want to come up with a name?
Oh, you want to trust me with that?
I did say I want to make a mistake.
I mean, God. Okay, listen. The only thing about this is that I imagine in this world and era, coffee shop naming conventions are quite different than us. So it probably would be named something quirky like Solemn Grounds or something.
Solemn
But
Grounds
I
is
think
really
a
fun.
really cute one would be something like Penny University, because Penny Universities is what coffee shops used to be called
Oh,
sometimes.
that's
Because
actually really
yeah,
cute.
scholars would sit in them and talk, and you could essentially pay for your coffee and listen and learn a lot of stuff back in the day. And I think Penny University would be really cute.
Fun fact, that was how a lot of people got their reading done because what people would do is they would read aloud in public for the benefit of those who were still illiterate, and a place that happened a lot was the coffee shop. So
Yeah.
people got a lot of reading and political discussion done there.
I think this is very cute. Good job, team. We didn't
Yeah.
choose something bad.
Good job, us.
Good job, us.
Let's hope it doesn't burn down. Anyway,
Anyway, that would be sad.
so you make your way to the Penny University. It is a upscale coffee shop, but the owner has a reputation for welcoming anyone within his walls. He doesn't discriminate. If you got money and you want coffee, you can come here. Um, it's actually known for the quirk of there being a sort of unofficial rule that everyone follows that there's not really any social rank here. You're all just coffee lovers,
Very important.
and it doesn't matter if you're the richest person in the city or the poorest person in the city. You're both customers paying for coffee.
What's could be
So,
better
with
than
that in
this?
mind, the owner looks up and sees the Viceroy of Mazov walk in with a group of characters. That's the best way to describe it. And 4 soldiers who are just like, what? And he takes one look at all of y'all. Welcome to Penny University. Sit down, we'll get you a cup of cold Joe.
Cold Joe?
He serves it over ice and hot. Although he
I
is
love
not
this guy.
Cold Joe is his specialty.
This is
I'm-
my favorite new character you've given me.
Yeah, that was a slight misspeaking. I did not mean to say Cold Joe, but I'm gonna roll with it and say the reason
No,
he says
roll
Cold
with it.
Joe.
This guy serves cold ass coffee all the time.
It is a bit of a novelty. Most people drink coffee hot, but he has recently started experimenting with serving it iced, and it's proven
This is
quite
the
popular.
inventor of iced coffee in this universe?
You have found the predecessor for Starbucks.
Oh
Congratulations.
my god. This is just like Shrek, guys. It's like Far, Far Away box.
All right. Philippe, he actually smiles. I love this coffee shop. You all get a table. You have some menus placed in front of you. The soldiers, they kind of post up at the door. 2 of them post up at the door, and the other 2 take up positions at either corner of the restaurant. They are
Gerard
curious
is
about the
going-
coffee because they've never, while they
Oh.
know about the coffee shop, they've never had coffee before. That's still a luxury in this time period. And a common soldier's pay is not necessarily enough to afford coffee. But in the meantime, you are all given
Can't
menu.
even afford a cup of coffee?
It's not. Well, coffee is much more expensive at this time because it literally has to be grown in the Caribbean or wherever your trade post is and shipped across the ocean with sail.
Interesting. Now, remind me, was Yume going with this group?
I recall Yume being with this group, but you planned on sneaking away or something at some point.
Yeah, so I'm still with them right now, aren't I?
Yeah,
Okay.
you were going to travel with us and then split off to communicate with the Green Hand when you felt
Yeah,
secure to
Yume's
do
never
that.
had coffee.
Would you like to have some cold Joe?
Come cold, Joe. Gerard is going to post up behind Lady, but he will stay standing, and he kind of leans in and speaks like quietly, but not secretively, if that makes sense. It's just quiet enough to be polite. And he says, "Lady," he's like, "I think there would be benefit to perhaps buying everyone who accompanied us here a round of coffee, if you know
That
what I
was
mean."
my plan, yes.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh,
I have your
Gerard,
bag.
Gerard.
Yes.
I have a deep favor to ask of you.
Anything for you, of course.
Go see what the soldiers want.
Say that again.
Go see what the soldiers want.
These soldiers.
Go see what the soldiers want.
Oh, okay. And Gerard is going to leave and collect fucking Starbucks orders, apparently.
The soldiers look at you bewildered, like, what?
The lady wishes to pay for a coffee for you, and it would be advisable to accept. She's a very generous woman.
They eventually shrug. They all shrug and they're like, it'll be nice to see what the nobles drink.
It would be. Sometimes I get to see it too. It's quite nice.
Two of them order iced coffee because they like the sound of a cold drink.
It's a
The one
novelty.
who recommended the coffee shop to you because he knew of it, he does know a bit about coffee, and he's like, I'll take some hot. The last one is like, he's hesitant for a second. He doesn't want any coffee, but he noticed like the pastries and all that, and he wants like one of those croissants.
I think he should get a croissant. Yeah, no,
Croissant.
Gerard will also make sure he gets a croissant.
He is very appreciative of that.
Yeah, Gerard's got his back.
Right. You all see on the menus that, along with Cold Joe, you've
God.
also you
Every time
have.
you say it fucking makes me lose it.
I lose it saying it. I'm proud of this one. There is the iced coffee. You also see some stuff from Etruria. You see some stuff from some Valois roasted coffee, even. There is some stuff from the Great Dragon Sultanate, also known for very good coffee. It can be
I keep
served
forgetting
iced.
that there's an entire Dragon Sultanate just there.
They are Dragon Ottomans. It's a whole thing.
God, that's so fucking cool. Okay.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, they have pastries, snacks, all that. You can get it. I'm gonna assume you all just place your orders and
Yeah, I was
drink
about to say,
whatever.
we
Yeah, I'm
place our
not
orders
gonna
and post up.
I'm not gonna put our viewers through that.
No, we already
So-
put them through bedtime routine. We can't put them through
Yeah, we gotta be
ordering
nice
at
now.
fantasy Starbucks.
Fantasy Starbucks. All
Where
right,
all
so
your dreams come
you
true.
all place your orders. The owner himself brings you the coffee and whatever snacks you order because even if there is technically no social rank in here, this is the Viceroy himself and his entourage. He's gonna bring out the fucking coffee himself.
He wants
Yeah,
to
that's
know what we're
nice.
up to.
Yeah.
He introduces himself as the proprietor of Penny University, Cold Joe himself, which is where the cold coffee gets its name.
Mm-hmm.
And he's delighted to have all of you in his shop. He hopes you enjoy the coffee, especially those of you who are trying it over iced. That's a recent innovation of his, and he's very curious to see what you think of it. And the soldiers
God.
get their stuff as well. The one with the croissant is just on the corner, munching on it happily.
I hope nothing bad happens to the croissant guy.
The croissant guy?
The song guy.
Croissant
Croissant man.
guy.
It's okay. He's only a soldier in Napoleonic era infantry. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's like that picture of the guy.
Oh, God.
God, what is that from? You know the meme that it's like, no!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like me if anything happens to the croissant guy. The unnamed croissant soldier guy.
Unnamed
Look how they
croissant.
massacred my
It's
boy.
so hot.
Look at hey, how are the bees?
Why does Georgia have to be so hot?
Oh,
It's really
They're
fucking hot.
good.
How are the
They were
bees?
Dubbies.
I think they're bearding. If you don't know, bearding just means where they all sit on the front of the hive, and it kind of looks like a beard because they are hot and they're trying to cool down themselves in the hive.
oh.
Because
You know
you
what?
gotta think, a beehive is
mean.
not like a couple hundred; it's a couple thousand bees. And when they get hot, they beard as so they can cool themselves in the hive down because it's so hot inside. So, but we put the queen excluders on to keep her from putting brood in with the honey frames. And then we added on another box to the hive that was bearding the most. So if they were a little cramped, they could move up. So
Handled the bees.
yeah.
Hey, I love the caption. That is exactly the vibe we're going for here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Bees.
you all enjoy your coffees, your pastries.
What did
Those
I
of
miss
you,
about
We're
croissant
just
man?
we're just going to get coffee.
they have stumbled upon Fantasy Starbucks, which is serving
Okay.
Cold Joe among regular coffee. I've decided that Cold Joe is how we're going to refer to this particular shop's iced coffee because that's how it is now. And the
Cold
owner
Joe.
himself, Cold Joe, he
Cold
is very
Joe.
glad. Cold Joe. He is very glad to have you all here. Those of you who have had coffee before and ordered the iced coffee because you're like, cold coffee, the fuck? Gotta try that. Some of you like it, some of you don't. It's definitely well made. He knows his stuff, but some of you, it's not your thing.
Roll to see if
But
you like coffee.
Oh my god,
oh
hang
my
on.
god,
No,
I'm
don't
not the
Actually-
even
DM,
do this.
but I think
actually,
we all need to roll to see if we like coffee. Gerard does not
yes.
fucking like it.
Gerard, he normally does drink coffee.
more
He
of a
decided
tea
to be
guy.
adventurous and get iced.
Oh, he doesn't like the ice, does he?
No, he doesn't like the iced. Here's the thing with iced coffee: if you don't put cream and sugar in it,
It
it's
sucks.
not like drinking hot coffee black.
No,
Yeah,
because the
It's not-
science is
it-
weird. There's actively a difference between hot coffee and cold coffee. That's why when you brew hot coffee, it tastes so fucking bad when it's cold.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just not as good. I say this and I make iced coffee by just pouring out the old hot coffee that isn't hot anymore over ice and putting cream and sugar in it. And I
Oh, yeah,
live
that's-
like that.
That's what
The
I do.
cream and sugar is what fixes it.
all right.
Yeah, it's
Yume
good.
and Lady, you enjoy the coffee. Yume particularly, it's not your favorite thing. Bit bitter, even with the cream and sugar. You ordered it hot because why would you want it watered down? You're thinking of it like booze. That's the closest thing you can think of it as. And why would you water down booze? Therefore, you wouldn't water down coffee. It's decent, Lady. It's not the best cup you've ever had.
You're thinking about that
But-
one from Fantasy France.
Yeah, you can't enjoy it as much as you would like because it's bringing back memories of a coffee shop that you don't know if the owner has died or not.
She's missing that coffee shop a lot right now.
Aw.
She's enjoying the coffee. She just really liked that one.
I'm very sorry. Katie, whenever you get the chance, check the chat you and I are in. That is hysterical to me.
Look at how they massacred my boy.
Look how they
yeah, no,
massacred
that's
my
how I
boy.
feel about Blackbird coffee right now. I crave the Blackbird, and actually it's not the coffee, but I kind of crave like their caramel macchiato sometimes. What I actually crave from
Yeah.
Blackbird coffee back where I went to school is that iced jasmine green tea. And I've tried to make it myself and it just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you are all enjoying your coffee, you notice that Philippe is visibly more relaxed. He's got some caffeine in him. He had somehow forgotten to order a coffee for himself from his kitchens, and this was much needed. And also, he's not having to discuss with Kutuzov politics and
It's
what to
working.
do if everything fucking falls apart. He seems normal right now. You are not noticing any of the strange things you saw last night.
Interesting.
Is there anything you would like to ask him or just make conversation about? Because if not, I am going to cut to Giuseppe and Ray.
Go ahead and cut because I need to have thoughts.
Thoughts? Is there anyone else?
Gerard is good. He's settled in and kind of sourly sipping his coffee.
Miss Yume, is there anything you want to say?
I believe.
What?
I'm
To
sorry.
Philippe? To Philippe? Yes.
Not at this time. I think Yume's just trying to concoct an excuse to get away for a little while.
Gotcha. All right. In that case, we cut to Giuseppe and Ray, still in the palace and ready to conduct an investigation. You two, I assume you're going to ask where you can find Ivan. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was the plan. I think he wants to figure out, where Ivan is, or, like, kind of how he can come across him in a way that doesn't seem too much like, oh, I'm seeking you out.
Okay. You here, roll investigation.
All right.
Because I'm assuming what you mean by that is you don't want to just ask a servant
No,
who could
yeah, I
very
probably want to
possibly
ask,
relay this
like,
back to him.
yeah. Okay. So, investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not
Ray can also roll investigation if he would like.
Yeah.
Okay. God damn.
23.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
20?
Ray
gotta-
once again knows
Fine.
everything.
Wait,
Let's go,
what-
girls.
Wait,
Wait,
did you
why?
roll-
Wait a second. Why on earth?
Why did you roll
That-
3D? I think you did something wrong, ma'am.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, I clicked something incorrect. Disregard that 29. That is not what I
Go
want.
to the advanced dice roller. You can roll
Yeah,
1d20. Yeah.
Yeah, there we
Oof.
go.
You
That
have
would have
a
been plus
Elena,
3.
you have an investigation modifier of +3.
I know. I clicked the button before I meant to.
Okay.
Here we go.
I will let you
Well-
roll one more time, since that is a
Well,
damn.
see, Gunter, I rolled one more time, and in fact, that is a critical fail. So, take your
Giuseppe
pick from
has a
any
delayed
of that.
hangover.
Yeah, great.
He has a massive fucking headache
Oh
for
my
a
god.
few minutes and doesn't know where the fuck anything is. Fortunately for all of you, Ray's the guy. He's got it fucking figured out.
Ray knows
Ray's
all.
the
He's-
fucking dude.
Ray
Ray
leads
He knows
himself
all.
and
Ray
Giuseppe.
investigates
Ray knows all.
everything.
Grandpa. All right, so you do find Ivan. He is in his gardens again. He is sitting at a gazebo. He has a nice little tea set arrayed before him. It looks like he's just taking a small lunch, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Coke and Doritos, the way to go.
Oh yeah. Gotta love that Napoleonic War era snack. Doritos.
I was more joking about Alyssa's thing, but yes, Napoleonic Coke and Doritos.
Go ahead.
Since you did not ask a servant where you could find him, and he was not given any heads up that you might be approaching him,
Mm-hmm.
therefore, he is slightly surprised to see you walking up because it's his lunchtime and people don't normally approach him since he is just the Viceroy's husband. What can I do for you? That is him asking you.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Giuseppe take the lead on this one since he's the one that wanted to talk to Ivan anyway.
All right. Before you go out, before you talk to him, you notice several of the flowers around him include petunias, carnations, and black dahlias. Oh, one more.
Yeah.
And a few gladioluses as well.
Cool.
You pretentious asshole.
The fucking gladiolas.
I'm
Fucking
joking.
gladiolas. All right. So
I
I
have no
think
shame in this.
how Giuseppe
Look,
wants.
you're talking to a florist's daughter, so you came to the wrong person about flower meanings.
She been now.
So I think how Giuseppe wants to play this is he is and I assume Ray is kind of tagging along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that is Ray. Are you alongside Giuseppe, or are you hanging back, or are you going full in, running ahead of Giuseppe?
Ray is leading Giuseppe because of his hangover.
Yeah.
Oh, that is correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray, Giuseppe, because of your momentary hangover, you do have to be led by Ray up the stairs. Excuse me. Thankfully, for you, it does start to clear by the time you get to Ivan. Never had a hangover like that. This only lasted a few minutes. Very delayed. Very strange. But anyway, yes.
So yeah, I think Giuseppe, as he's kind of been making his way up, of course, the hangover has laid him low, but he does have Panettone with him, and he is taking her on their usual walk around the gardens, and he kind of comes across the gazebo, and I think the way that they try to enter into that space is not one of like, we're looking for Ivan and so we're coming in the gazebo. It's more like, this is a nice gazebo and oh hello, there's someone here. So
No, you wouldn't be able to get away with that because he does have a whole table set up and everything, and there are servants around him attending him.
oh okay, gotcha.
So you would
It's
not
like
be
a
able to play
big
it off
party
as, oh,
gazebo.
didn't see you there.
Yeah. Is a bad hangover.
Approaching him will like kind of starkly indicate that you do want to have a conversation.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, so when they get up, oh, pardon me. When they kind of get up into that vicinity, Giuseppe goes, "Oh, sorry if we're intruding. I was taking little Panettone out for her afternoon walk. Um, uh, how are you doing, sir? Um, listen, forgive me if I'm wrong. You're Viceroy Philippe's husband, aren't you?"
I am. He gestures to a couple of seats. If you would like, my guests are running rather late. In the meantime, you can sit here. I have tea. I take it there is something you would like to discuss.
Discuss? Well, I mean, if if I'm honest, sir, the whole way that the evening ended last night was, uh, I mean, a little concerning. I know it's not necessarily any of my business, and I don't want to go prying into state affairs. Um, but uh, it's worrying, is all, and I know your man's got skin in the game. As he's saying this, he's kind of sliding into the seat across from Ivan. And he says, "But how are the two of you holding up? That's some heavy news to get in the middle of a big event like that. Are you doing all right?"
Roll insight.
Okay, that is insight check. Insight check. I have a +5 in insight. Um,
Nice.
That's a 20.
Let's
Dirty 20.
go.
Dirty 20, 15 +5, but it's a 20.
you can see that. Nice. I will
Ray got
give
a nat 20.
I will give Ray's impression first.
Oh my god, we're so good.
I will just give you Ray's impression.
Yeah, we both see like what's going
Yeah.
on with that.
You see very quickly that he is ill at ease that you have just approached him. He wasn't really expecting that. He is trying to play it off, but he was not expecting you. And his guard is up that you have just immediately mentioned the previous evening.
Um,
I will also ask you to roll perception.
okay. With the perception, I have a +3.
Damn.
And alright, I got an 18. Ray got an 8.
Giuseppe
Ray got an 8.
Giuseppe notices for a split second a twinkle in his eye.
Giuseppe's
And you
golden
would
eye does not twinkle
like
in return.
no, not like
No, I know what you mean.
I would
Giuseppe sees
say
it but doesn't react.
it's for a split second, but it almost reminds you of like having seen stars in the night sky before.
Pretty.
It quickly passes,
Mhm.
but you definitely saw it.
Gotcha.
He takes a sip of his tea.
Alright, he takes a sip of his tea.
All right. He takes a sip. Sorry, Alyssa's figuring things out, and it's hilarious. Yes, the evening was quite shocking. We were not expecting His Majesty to suddenly pass. And while I am not involved in the politics of my husband, I just keep him company. I do know enough to understand that we should all be concerned. Rightly so.
Oh, well, no, yeah, you can never be too careful, and it's, your loved one's put in a hard situation, and I think anyone would be worried uh, in your shoes. But I apologize. Really, here I am asking about all your business. I had really just saw that you were out here and thought I'd come over and check in on you and everything. I can't thank you and your husband enough for taking us in as your guests. I mean, it's been a wonderful time, a lot better than the hostels I was staying in before. That's for sure. But
This is the Viceroy's palace. We aim to please our guests.
well, you succeed, of course. Um, so, okay. All right. Giuseppe goes, and if this is too nosy, tell me to butt out. Mrs. Von Mar, she tells me that, I, that I have an ear for gossip, like a 12-year-old schoolgirl. But how long have you two been together? I mean, you seem to work together very well. I always have admiration for folks who can pull off that sort of thing when they're living high stress lives. I mean, I'm sure that being in the public eye as much as you two are, as well as diplomacy and the whole mess that just seems to be going on here all the time. That's rude. I shouldn't say that. Forgive me.
Ivan
yeah.
chuckles. It is perfectly fine. It is. I do not mind. It is not the nosiest question I have ever been asked. We met at the court. He had just been made a vampire by his patron for extraordinary service. And I feel admit I initially approached him for political reasons instead of romantic ones. You know how it is in the nobility.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And
You never start out wanting to mixing business with pleasure, but it's when your business takes up 100% of your time, it's really hard not to.
yes, indeed. Initially it was business, but quickly I came to realize that I cared for him greatly. Don't mind me.
Can I roll an investigation to
Roll an insight.
Okay, great. I love that I have a +5 in insight. That helps me so greatly. What does a 15 get me?
He seems to be telling the truth. Now, if only you could figure out what I was rolling for.
Yeah. Oh man, Ray also got a 15. Incredible.
I will say, knowing what you have been told by the others, you don't necessarily buy his story.
Yeah,
but
no,
you cannot
but
see any signs of deception from him right
yeah.
now.
Okay.
Real quick
Yes.
mhm.
question. If Ray wanted to say something about the flowers, is my personal knowledge good enough, or should I have him roll like nature or something on these flowers?
Does Ray actually like have a proficiency in that sort of thing? Like,
I mean, he's
here,
got a
hold on.
+6 in nature,
A
so
+6
and he's a
in nature?
druid.
Okay. You know what? That is true. That is fair. I
Yeah,
will
I mean, I
say
feel like
that
a druid should
is
know about. I feel like a druid should know about flowers.
I feel like that's a given, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I would have you roll, but with advantage.
So you want me to roll nature?
Yeah, you can roll nature. You can roll twice and take the highest roll. Nice. Nice. Oh, spoiled for choice. All right, so
we
your
got
23
23.
means you immediately recognize the meanings behind all of these flowers. Like,
as I have posted in the D&D or in the Discord chat.
The reason I was hesitant to not to just give you that information is that being a druid, what you can use flowers for, like their properties and all that,
Oh,
but
for
you might
sure.
not necessarily know like how the nobility uses them to convey certain meanings and that sort of thing, you know? But in this case,
Ray's a half elf. He knows all.
For the people listening,
Like he
should
may
we
not
go
be,
ahead and
he may like not know like nobility. Oh yeah, for the listeners, should we tell them what the flowers mean?
with those very high rolls, yes. So petunias represent anger and resentment. Gladiolus
The
represents
literal name translation is also tobacco.
infatuation. Carnations
Means sword.
are fascination, distinction,
Carnations are
and
yeah.
love. And black dahlias, as I'm sure a lot of you could guess, do mean death.
Also, a fun fact about gladiolus and carnations, just in the flower world in general, if you take the meaning away, they're both very popular flowers for funeral arrangements. Carnations are also a really
Interesting.
popular flower for Mother's Day. So the reason for that is carnations tend to be a cheaper flower. Carnations are also very popular for Mother's Day. Gladiolus are more popular for sprays and things because they're longer. They literally translate to sword lily. So a lot of people use them to get length where most of your other flowers wouldn't be able to give you that because the stem of them is a lot thicker. Dahlias are one of the most expensive flowers you can get most of the time outside of like God, I am blanking on the name right now. But dahlias are one of the more expensive flowers. Black ones are actually really hard to get, and they're not actually a true black. They are more of a burgundy red than they are black.
Yeah.
Petunias you don't really find in floral arrangements. You mostly just get them as plants. And they, I think, are perennials. So, fun facts.
Yeah.
Coming from a florist's daughter.
You're so smart and funny and correct, and I'm so glad we have you here.
So make of that what you will for Ivan's character.
So Ray now wants to just ask. He kind of just motions to the flowers surrounding them as he looks at Ivan and says, "Black dahlias, huh? I would have thought nobility would have picked a more royal color."
Phil, nobility does need to have some limitations on itself. I would not make such an elegant statement as to pick a royal flower. Hold on.
Stop rolling 20s. Hey, stop rolling 20s.
I
It's so
honestly
funny.
did mostly pick them because I do like the colors and smells. If you can roll a high
Fun
enough
fact: none of
insight.
those flowers smell.
Even if you
Insight?
logically know
Okay.
that, it seemed, hearing him talk, it seems like he is telling nothing but the genuine truth.
Damn, Giuseppe, pay
It
attention.
seems like he is telling the
Gotta-
genuine truth.
God,
Maybe he
Giuseppe
just
rolled a
like
crit
thinks they
fail.
smell and just
Yeah.
doesn't realize.
Ray is
Giuseppe,
very
Giuseppe may
specific.
not know his flowers, but he knows a bitch when he sees one. Yeah,
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny.
God,
Ray
okay.
is very suspicious. He's just kind of squinting at this man. He's still standing up, by the way. Ray has never like sat down. He's just standing there.
I didn't
Not
notice you never
menacingly. He
said you
just
cook
kind
his
of like
offer.
has his hands. Ray never sat down. He's continued to stand, but he's not comfortable. Like he's not like truly menacing. He's just kind of standing there. His arms aren't crossed. They're just kind of at his hips. Like the
He's
final
walked
Fantasy
in
14
somewhere.
pose where they just kind of stand there.
Like Tootapoo.
Like
Like
Tootapoo.
Tootapoo himself. Ray
Kind
has
of.
walked into a den and is able to read the signs and immediately realize he's in a bad fucking place. Yeah, even though you
But
know
you
for a
forget,
fact what he's
Ray
saying
is a
isn't
druid.
true.
He is in his elements.
Yeah,
Ray is in his element, surrounded
Yeah.
by flowers and earth.
so like
So
you
he knows.
know, like you know that what he's saying is bullshit. But he is so
Correct.
smooth-tongued that you can't tell if he is actually lying to you or if he just like thinks that
Yeah. If he's just
or what.
incorrect in saying
He's
things.
you don't know whether it's deception or just someone saying something objectively wrong. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
He's still sus.
Yeah.
He is. You can still say he is very sus. That is correct. Just I'm putting that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Giuseppe sat down, by the way?
Oh yeah, Giuseppe sat down and has like taken a little like dog biscuit from his pocket and handed it to Panettone, and he kind of holds out a second one, like holds up a second one, and he's like, "She's really friendly if you want to pet her. Although I always do a thing where when she meets a new person, you give her a treat, and then she's totally fine with you. She'd probably be totally fine with you either way. But you know, I try to do the positive reinforcement stuff like that. But yeah, she's yeah.
He does. He cocks his head for a second in consideration. I will give the puppy a treat.
Yeah,
He
sure. Go
accepts a
knock
dog biscuit
yourself
from
out.
you, holds it out to Panettone. Panettone goes to the treat, sniffs at it, looks at Ivan, looks at the treat, turns and walks away.
Denied.
Denied.
He
Oh,
cocks
that's a
his head
bad sign.
again.
Even the dog
Oh.
doesn't like him, dude.
Yeah.
Bro.
She must
Giuseppe
be
kind of
hungry, I
laughs and
guess.
goes, "Don't listen. Don't take it personally. I've never seen a creature as picky as this. I've seen her turn up her nose at a full pot roast once. You know.
Keep in mind that he is an undead. And that Panettone is not necessarily used to the undead.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. This is just how Giuseppe is talking to him right now, being extremely conversational. So, let's see.
All right. So interesting. Ivan does take another sip of his tea. He kind of awkwardly just tosses the dog biscuit off to the side, not knowing what else to do with it. Wasn't expecting a dog to not take a treat. So he takes another sip of his tea. He seems like he is very considering. You have asked me a question. Might I ask one of you?
Well, of course. I mean, that's only fair, isn't it? Go on, knock yourself out.
Yes. How long have you all been together? I know we all saw you as a group at the unfortunate business with the execution, but have you been together before? Were you working together before that?
Quick table talk. What is our stance on that? Because I know that they have told the Viceroy that they are
cannot ask
all.
them.
No. I'm asking of the
In
players,
meta.
the other players.
You're asking in meta, yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking in meta. Because we told the Viceroy that we were all friends of ladies, right?
Yes.
Okay. and we told that to them to avoid being imprisoned at the execution thing. All right.
Mhm.
Giuseppe says, well, I'll be honest with you, not an incredibly long time, but that length of times are relative and all, especially when you're on the road. We all kind of came together at different times as we were traveling, but we're all acquaintances of Miss Lady there, and so when we all kind of ended up being in the same town in the same place, things just sort of came together. But yeah, if you want the exact date, here and there over the last year, maybe. At least on my end,
Oh
that
my
I
god.
am familiar with. Uh,
You do need to roll a deception.
okay, cool. Got a deception. All
Oh
right,
no.
got a 6.
Damn. Ivan, he just stares at you for a second, then smirks.
Mm-hmm.
How good that you have been able to stay together for so long. And takes a sip of his tea, knowing that you are telling him a lie.
Ray kind of backs up Giuseppe with a 19.
Ray's much more convincing.
Does Ray want to
It's the
add
Southern
something?
charm.
Yeah. Do you want to do a dialogue like what Ray says to back him up, or to corroborate that story or something? I don't know. Because if
Yeah,
Ray is
Ray just
rolling
kinda-
that means that he also has to tell a lie.
Yeah, so that is my deception roll. Ray is just gonna immediately go flowing smooth Southern country voice into a story about how he took all of them on a trip to his home, into his home of Louis Soir, and made them go gator hunting with him
Oh my god.
for his suit.
I'm just imagining Lady, dress ripped to shreds, wrestling a gator.
She would be having the time of her life.
I was about to say she absolutely would.
Alright.
So
The problem with
Yeah.
that is you seem like you're telling the genuine truth. The problem with that is he has caught Giuseppe lying. He knows he is lying.
Yeah.
So
He
you may so at the
Exaggerate.
very
but does he
least
know what he's lying about?
he does know that he's lying, that he knows that as far as Giuseppe is concerned, he's lying about how long he's been with
Yeah. So, but only as Giuseppe's concerned. It seems like Ray's telling the truth about all of them doing that thing, but he's
as
not
far as he can
necessarily.
tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not necessarily
Ray did take them
believing.
to Fantasy Louisiana.
Yeah, he's
He
not
don't know that.
believing all of Giuseppe's story. And to be fair, Giuseppe was a lot more vague, so that would make sense.
Yeah. Giuseppe's deception does give him room for doubt about Ray's story, but he can't tell if Ray's lying, so yeah.
I told you it's a Southern accent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Southern accent.
Interesting.
Ray
The
just has the
alligator
face of
that
a man that you want to trust.
and the accent.
Yeah.
The suit you wore to the ball the previous evening. That was made from a gator, no?
In fact, the whole group's the one that helped me hunt it in the first place. That was a bad southern
Oh.
accent. I am appalled at myself.
Girl, you got a southern accent. How'd you fuck that one up?
Yeah.
I know I do. That's why I'm appalled.
Yeah, like what?
So
What the
all you had
hell?
to do was talk in your normal voice there.
All
like,
you had to do was talk in your normal voice. Like, what the fuck?
Come
You
on,
gotta
Lexi, you can
build
do
it.
better.
All right.
Damn.
Poor Lexi.
My brain just fully just had a brain fart there about my accent, and I
Your own
fully believed I did
accent.
not have one for a second.
Girl, help it.
Girl, help it.
Forsooth. You're having a
Forsooth.
problem.
Forsooth.
Forsooth,
Proceed.
the
What's
problem
up?
you foresee here is that what
We are struggling. Good work, boys. I didn't have
too many
to,
things went on at once. Forsooth, the fact that the suit I wore yesterday did in fact come from a gator from Louis Soir. And in fact, everybody that was at the party last night helped me. Yume, Lady, Giuseppe, Gerard, they all helped. Giuseppe was a little hesitant to come, especially, regarding Panettone. Lady, however, had a blast.
Panettone. I love that.
Panettone. Lady had a blast. I don't know what it is. I may take her back. That was the quickest gator hunt I've ever done.
Oh my god.
Brutal.
I mean,
Ah.
the woman
I have
jumped out of the
adult
boat and started wrestling a gator out of nowhere.
Oh my god, this is Red
I
Dead
didn't even know
Redemption
what to
2.
do.
I
Oh my God,
actually
it
believed
is.
that myself.
This is just what happened. It's Red Dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Ivan-
anybody could totally picture you, Lady doing that.
Ivan just sips his tea, not knowing how to respond to that mental image. But there you go.
So
That is.
I think what we've established is he thinks Giuseppe exaggerated the length of time.
Yeah, something about Giuseppe, the way Giuseppe's said it, he's like, I don't know if I believe that, but I feel like they probably did go hunt a gator, which feels like a wild way that worked out, but I love that.
Because of how badly he rolled, he gets the feeling you are exaggerating. He did beat you, so he knows you were not telling the entire truth.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way around that.
Yeah.
Not in a court of law, so there ain't no whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me swear on the
So
Bible,
help
kind
me.
of thing.
America
So,
doesn't exist yet, so that hasn't been invented. Anyway,
you
Gunter
still had to
America-
swear before your
Gunter
religious
America
provider.
existed in 1815.
America,
This is-
which I invented.
this is fantasy Europe, so I can say there is no fantasy America.
Oh my god.
Then
What's
where did
going on?
Lee's law come from, Gunter?
Damn,
Here's
this
the
is
thing.
this is an alternate reality that
Here's
I
the
hadn't
thing.
anticipated.
That was a French colony IRL before it got taken by the Spanish, and
Oh
then
my
the
god,
British,
damn, you're
and then the
right.
Spanish again, then the
Are we
Americans.
still in colony?
then
Damn,
the
our map's
Louisiana
gonna be
Purchase.
wild. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be fucking.
But they started off as Valois.
I hope the
And
Cowboys
if
are
remain-
still okay.
And
I
it
hope
remains
the
so.
Cowboys are still. The
I
Cowboys
care
are always
desperately
okay.
about the Cowboys.
That's the rule. Listen,
God.
that's the rule of the Wild West. The Cowboys are all right.
They all
Good.
right. Okay,
I care about them.
so are there any other questions you would like to ask him?
I think Giuseppe kind of, I mean, like, this whole time, even though, I mean, like, Giuseppe's smart enough to know, like, okay, he saw my bluff, he knows, like, that I'm fibbing. I think that this whole time his demeanor has stayed very, like, casual, conversational, and he does go, well, it's been nice talking to you and kind of catching up. I'm glad that you're doing okay. I hope that the Viceroy doesn't get put through the runaround too much with all of this business, but you two need anything, of course, any friends of ladies are friends of ours, so we're happy to help. One more thing though, I've been meaning to compliment your beautiful gardens. Um, since I've been here, I've been walking through them about twice a day with Panettone. Um, when did you how did you get into that? You have such a talent for it, clearly. How did you get into gardening?
When I was a boy, there was a florist down the street from our little house. He had the loveliest flowers and would let me help in his shop. I grew a passion for it. The more I did it. Sadly, he is not here anymore. He got caught up in one of the old revolts from Catalin's time.
Mm, that's that's unfortunate to hear. I'm sorry that you lost your mentor in that way, but I
It
don't
is,
know.
how do the Valmos say, c'est la vie.
Yeah. Uh, can I roll some sort of a check to see, like, the way that he said that sounded like an evil person. So, I guess, would it
I will go
be,
ahead and tell you, he
uh-huh.
is telling the truth about having gone to a florist shop as a child. That is
I
the reason
think,
I did not make a roll. He is actually
no,
telling the truth on
I
that.
know that he's telling the truth, but I think that there is, I don't know, I don't know, he seems very fine with the fact that his mentor is dead.
Okay.
Yeah, and would that be an
I would let you cast.
investigation?
I would let you insight. Keep in mind, you do have spells like
Shit, I
that let
do.
you detect
Zone of
good
Shit.
and
truth.
evil. He does not
Shit.
have Zone of Truth,
Okay,
unfortunately.
actually, do I
You
have
do have
spells yet?
Divine Sense, which
Okay.
does.
Um,
Oh, never mind. That would not really serve you in this situation.
no, yeah, I don't think the spells that I have right now,
Yeah,
quite
no, yeah,
work.
that would probably just piss him off. Like, why the fuck you shined that in here?
Yeah, yeah,
It'd be like waving a gun at a tea party.
yeah. Um,
Okay, in that case, just roll insight. See
okay.
what you can
Yeah,
glean
I want to
from
roll
his
insight to see, like, if I'm sensing anything more behind his words when he's talking about this mentor that he had, and
Yeah,
the fact that he seems almost a little bit smug, like, oh, c'est la vie, he's dead. I got a 16.
16. There is something he is not. There is something he is alluding to in his words. You cannot, for the life of you, figure out what it is or what the meaning
Okay,
might be. But
gotcha.
you sense from his mannerisms that there is something sinister there,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. Uh. Yeah. Okay. So when he says like "c'est la vie," Giuseppe kind of lets out a little chuckle, and he's like, yeah, that's one of those old that old chestnut." Uh.
He does look at you knowingly. Good
And
sir, do keep in mind you are among vampires. We look at death differently than you mortals do. And he takes a sip of what I've been describing as tea this entire time. It isn't a teacup, but
Yeah.
it is in fact blood red.
yes. Um. Giuseppe.
And-
Yeah.
Sips the cup empty and holds it out for a servant to pour from a truly ornamental teapot. You think it is Meissen porcelain, actually,
Ooh, fancy.
which is hella expensive even by that time standards.
Yeah.
And out it come the ceremony itself is like any tea pouring you've seen dozens of times, except it is blood being poured into his cup. And you are
Gotcha.
reminded that you are dealing with undead creatures.
Mm-hmm. I think a little flicker of irritation kind of runs through Giuseppe, but again, he doesn't show it outwardly. He says, I think you're right about that, sir. The undead and us mortals, we by nature we're gonna look at things a little differently. Um, you view death differently, but you see, we view life differently. And
He
he kind
openly
of
scoffs at that. Life, what is life but the game? He checks a
and
pocket
that's
watch. I do hate to interrupt you, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Miss Elena, but I am
oh no, you're
role-playing
fine.
him just being
Oh
an
no, you're
asshole.
fine. I will
Um,
finish my monologue, but you're fine. You go
I
ahead.
do
You
hate
can
to
interrupt.
cut you short, Herr von Ma, but it does seem I am late for a arrangement. It was a lovely conversation. I bid you adieu, and I hope you enjoy the remainder of your stay at the palace. And he makes to get up and is about to leave.
Giuseppe goes, one more thing. You say
He
life is
turns
a game.
around. Yeah.
Sorry, he turns around. Like he just
He
turns
like
around.
half turn. He like looks over his shoulder at you, eyebrow cocked, as in, "What else do you have to say?"
You're right about life being a game. And there's winners and there's losers. But what you're not necessarily, I think, understanding as someone who has uh, maybe a particular view on death, and this is just the way that I'm seeing the situation. Of course, you're entitled to your own opinion on this. There's winners and there's losers. But you and me, we're neither of those. We're the pieces on a board. And I think that you know that. I know it. And I'm fine with that. But whether or not you're fine with that, that's going to be something that you got to decide for yourself. And he kind of looks out to the flowers, and he goes, they I look at what fucking flowers they put up. I forgot all of the names. I don't want to say gladiola. Yeah, we got gladiolas.
It's a gladiolus.
Yeah,
Gladiolus.
gladiolas.
I know that for reasons.
Yeah. He looks out to the flowers, and he says, "Your mentor isn't really dead because you're keeping him, what he taught you, alive with all of this, right? So you can look at death the way that you want to, Mr. Ivan, but you're still a part of the game. I'll see you around." And he turns back to Ray, and I think that, like, very quietly, he's like, "Hey, this guy gives me the fucking creeps. We need to get out of here right now."
Ivan simply
Agreed.
tilts his head. Think as you like, Herr von Ma. Hopefully, you are played well. And with that, he walks away.
Interesting. Anyway.
All right. With that, we're gonna take a break.
The boys are
We'll
having
be
tea.
we'll be
Are
back
happy
in a few.
tea.
My God, here's the thing.
Are we
Can I
live?
keep
please
talking.
share
I
my
wanna-
facts
yeah, no.
because I'm gonna go insane.
Hang on, are we
Okay.
live?
We are.
Please share it.
Okay,
Oh
I
my
have to
God.
share my fact, and then we can play D&D. Lexi brought up that in Death Note, the voice actor for L, you
L.
said? Yeah, L is also a
Yeah.
Barbie movie voice actor. I believe he is also the voice of the tutor in Barbie Princess and the Pauper, which is why there is
Preminger?
the tutor. The handsome tutor
No,
that she
If
married.
she was gonna say Preminger, she would have just said Preminger. We
I
know this.
I know
Oh my
that I know who
God.
Preminger is. I would call him by his name.
Oh my
Um,
god.
No,
Oh
he
God.
voices
Julian.
the handsome. No,
Julian.
he voices the handsome tutor because
Julian.
there. Yes, Julian.
Julian.
Thank you.
You know
Because
his name.
there is a video of the like how to be a princess song dubbed over a bunch of clips of Elle speaking to Light, and that thing,
Oh my
that
god.
piece of media haunted me from ages 10 through 13. It had a vice grip on me and I couldn't escape it. And now I'm living in
Do you
hell.
want to tell our audience how bad that got?
Oh,
Death
what?
Note the musical?
That the producers of Death Note the
So-
musical owe me and about 6 other people in the state of Georgia money, financial compensation, because we were writing Death Note the musical, called Death Note the musical as well, back in 2011. Okay? Okay, and when did the stage show come out? After that, somebody owes me money.
So, also fun fact,
Here's
he
me.
also voices Prince Antonio and Barbie as the Island Princess,
Oh, great.
and
Excellent.
Clive in Barbie and Rock and Royals. So,
That is one of
Clive.
the things I love about the American voice acting industry is it's started off small enough that you get situations like that
Mm-hmm.
where you see
love
voice
to see it.
actors
I
everywhere.
can't get over this now. I just
Yeah.
can't.
It's an
I
excellent
don't know
and fun
why that
fact,
came
and
into my head.
I'm so glad that we were able to
Katie and
share
I-
that with everybody.
Katie and I used to have this joke. Welcome to Funimation. We have 5 voice actors, and 4 of them are Vic Mignogna wearing different hats.
Not anymore, motherfucker.
And not anymore. And now it's that motherfucker in a trash can.
Wait, which one?
Vic Mignogna is the motherfucker in the trash can.
Yeah, we put him in the
Yeah.
trash can.
Yeah, we put him in the trash can. He doesn't work anymore.
and he doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, fuck it.
Thank God.
Had to follow that at Goku account on Twitter again because he's the only way that I keep track of when celebrities die.
Oh no!
And I need to quit using the
Oh,
Goku
wait, did
Twitter
someone
for that.
die? Who died?
No, no one died. I just like having it as a news
I was
feed
about to
because
say,
he's
did
more
Vic Mignogna die?
reliable. No, oh god, I wish. No, listen, at Goku on Twitter is more reliable about celebrity death news than any other news station, and I don't know how he gets the inside scoop. But
Because he's there in
here's the thing.
heaven.
Sarah,
He
do you
meets
think
them as they come to the
killing
gates.
Goku might be killing them. Because here's the thing.
Goku
Every
is-
once
he
in a
has the
while,
scoop before everyone else. How does he
Goku
know?
he
is
has a
trying
scoop
to
for
get
everyone
the
else.
one last good fight, and he keeps finding unworthy adversaries.
Oh
He
my
keeps
god.
finding unworthy
Oh my
adversaries.
goodness.
Which leads to tweets such as this from April 12th. I say this with all due respect. Just received word from King Kai. Gilbert Gottfried has passed through the otherworld check-in station. And that is how he announces people's deaths.
That's so strange, but gently on theme.
Yeah,
That
it's
sweet. It's like in a weird themed Goku way. It's like, oh, there he goes.
yeah. Like,
You
hey
know,
guys,
it's like
please follow at Goku. His
I
tweets
need
are actually
Alright.
pretty
everybody
good.
follow it.
Anyway,
Right,
I think we need to get back to the camp.
Yeah, we gotta get back to D&D.
We have
Okay,
had
sorry
our
about that.
4 minutes of whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
now that we are back in session, we are going to cut from Ray and Giuseppe. Well, actually, no. Ray, I understand you had an errand you wanted to run.
Yes.
Okay. I will have you go ahead and run that. You can DM me the results, and I will let you know what happens. In the meantime, we're going to cut back to Lady and Philippe and crew, who are just finishing up their nice coffees.
Oh man, coffee time.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Drink iced coffee. Panic
Panic
attack.
attack.
Now that you are all done, you are kind of all just sitting around, just vibing, really. The soldiers are still standing, but they are very content with their coffees and croissant.
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 So,
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
want to know
Hey.
what lady has been trying to make him talk about.
I would also like to know what Lady has been trying to talk to him about.
Right now, she has no thoughts. She also needed the coffee. She had a hard night of partying, and when people tried to talk to her, and that was. She learned things, maybe.
Back to Cold Joe.
Back to Cold Joe.
Old Joe.
Right now, she's just kind of squinting at Philippe, like he might hold the answers to the universe, but she hasn't quite figured out how to unlock them yet. It's a look that he got really used to in their childhood, and it usually does mean that he better start talking.
Oh no.
Because she's confused, and when Lady is confused, it's not a good time for anybody.
Damn. Alright, so what does Lady ask Philippe if she asks him anything?
Right now she's mostly trying to like make small talk with him because she's not sure about like eyes and ears yet. And they're in the middle of like a public area. So she's just making small talk. Hi, how are you? How's your crumpet? What kind of coffee did you get? Can I take a sip? That kind of thing.
You know, just doing couple things.
Kinda, yeah. But also kinda no, that's her boy.
It's just her lad.
It's her lad. What happened? Who's rolling?
Who
Don't
is
worry about it.
rolling? Oh
Ignore it.
God!
Uh-oh.
All right.
Wait. Why didn't anything come up in the
Just ignore it.
Just
did you
ignore
It's
it.
the
roll some-
DM rolls.
Well, yeah, but those should still show up in the log.
I don't know.
And
It
there's
did.
nothing. Huh?
Ignore it. Just
Did you
Just
roll
ignore it.
something, Ray?
nothing to see here.
Did-
Just
Hey,
Right.
Alyssa,
ignore
as
it.
the,
So you
as
did
the
you?
DM, don't worry about it.
nothing to see here.
Okay.
Nothing
Don't worry
to see
about it.
here.
So, actually, speaking of Miss Yume, would you like to slip away?
Yeah, I'm
Now.
gonna excuse myself under the guise of going to the little girl's room. She is sneaking out the back door of this place.
Okay. Actually. No, you don't need to roll for that. Or
Awesome.
actually, do you? Hold on.
Should I roll perception to see if I was followed or something?
Roll stealth to see if you successfully sneak away.
Oh, I love rolling stealth. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
Damn.
That's an 11.
Thankfully for you, the only people who really notice you leave since you're going out through the back door are kitchen staff, essentially, since that's where
Okay.
you left through. They don't quite know what's going on, but Okay, you went out the back door. They got work to do.
Yeah. Yeah, she was just kind of going from point A to point B. She wasn't making trouble. And I think she is going to make her way back to her back alleys that she likes to frequent and find her manhole cover down into the sewers.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything to make sure I wasn't followed or anything?
You can if you would like. That would be a perception.
I'll roll perception. Oh, well.
By golly, the sewer is great.
Sewer
My
checks out.
rolls are not. That was a 4.
Back
So-
home.
I'm suspicious of Ray's rolls. Anyway,
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
so yeah, so Yume is down in the sewers.
Oh my god.
Hopefully she wasn't followed.
God.
And you know all that food that she has been hoarding?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna distribute that to the kids down there.
Aww. Miss Yume. Is that an apple?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Sorry.
What kind of accent?
I just imagined a really small Gunter
Yeah,
in my
this is-
room talking
I'm
to me, and I
sorry.
was so
I'm
scared
sorry,
of him.
Oliver Twist, is that you?
Please, sir, may I help
Come
you?
on,
Huh?
Please.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Gunter, you're doing
It-
such a good job. I love you.
It's great. You're
Is
doing
your
awesome.
paralysis demon just a chibi version of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a child with a full. This is a bald child with a beard.
Caillou?
Caillou has a beard.
He does.
Oh
now,
my
not a
He
God.
does now.
Oh god.
Well, guys,
Oh,
great work.
God.
I think we can end the campaign now.
Yeah, I think, wow, great work,
We have
everybody.
done what
We
we set up
solved
to.
vampires.
ow.
I can hear Nikki laughing in the background, and that just makes this even better.
You can hear her through my audio and Alyssa's audio, I would bet.
Yeah, I can. It's great.
I'm physically in pain from
Berries and cream, berries and cream. He's a little love and berries and cream. Okay, all right, you
Okay.
may continue. Don't let us distract you.
Yeah, she just I don't think she talks to them much. She just kind of ruffles their hair, gives them the food, and keeps on moving. I think she is looking for the canary. Her oldest brother.
You are told you can find your oldest brother. What has Sarah done?
Don't worry about it.
Oh dear.
I'm just
Pie crew
hand
time.
activities.
Hickory.
All right, you are told you can find the canary, your brother, and essentially like what functions as your city hall.
Mm-hmm.
He's discussing something with a few other Dreamwalkers about, funnily enough, food shortage issues.
That's the hummingbird's problem. But yeah, she finds him, and she's got like her own little office in this makeshift city hall that she's gonna drag him into.
All right,
mean,
you drag
maybe
him
not.
in.
Maybe not literally, but if he doesn't come willingly, she might. And she kind of sits down. She's rubbing her temples, like, you would not believe where I've been these last few days.
I can't believe that you went out without telling anyone. Do you have any idea how much we've been panicking? We don't know where you've been.
I figured someone was still watching me.
The last time we saw you, you were being taken away by the Viceroy.
Yeah, I've been in his
For all
house.
we knew, you were dead. They executed those others.
Yes, but I wasn't with them.
You think the outsiders care?
Apparently, they make some distinction because I'm still here. At any rate, we need to get some information about the Viceroy's husband.
He looks at you completely confused. You may, why in the fuck would we want to know about the Viceroy's husband?
Because the Viceroy is being controlled.
That gets him to stop short. I'm assuming you mean something else than just he answers to the Tsar.
Yes. According to people who have been around the Viceroy for some time now, his political views changed 3 years ago, just on a dime. And the only thing that changed was his husband. And nobody
Perhaps
seems
the
to know where he
husband
came from.
was Canary, kind of shrugs his shoulders jokingly. Maybe the husband was that good a lay. Immediately cringes, but there it is.
Do you ever have a fuck so good that you change political parties? What?
I mean, like, it's collapsed a couple countries before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, actually, true.
No.
He continues.
You may just shakes her head like, you've gotta be kidding me.
He continues. So you think the Viceroy's husband is behind everything that's been going on?
I think it's possible.
How do we fix that? We can't exactly get to him.
One thing at a time. First, we need more information on him.
All right.
Nobody
Well, what's
seems-
his name?
Ivan.
There's a million Ivans.
I assume the Viceroy and his husband share a last. I assume the Viceroy and his husband share a last name.
You do remember? They actually do not. You do remember his full name, and you can give it to your brother.
The player, do not remember.
It is Ivan Ivanovich Dragunov.
That is a mouthful that I only could process like half of. So yeah.
Russian names can
I'm-
get worse than that.
I can't.
It's a
I'm
whole
going to tell him that.
Canary, he squints. What I know that I don't recognize any noble family name like that. We'll have to do
figure
some
out-
digging.
Do that digging. That's what I'm here for. In other news, have you heard about the Tsar?
He puts his head in his hands. Who hasn't? Actually, it's a good thing you've come back. There's word on the streets. The breakaways are trying to start something. We don't know what, but people are riled up, and word is that they've seen a few green masks going around, trying to start trouble. Nothing crazy yet.
It will be soon. What do you suggest?
We need to try and calm people down. The last thing we need is riots on the street.
She kind of thinks about that for a second and nods. And, well, that's easier said than done. But I might have an idea. But before I get into that, do you have any ideas about how to do that?
You won't like it, sis, but we could silence the ones that are out trying to cause trouble. They may be our own people, but at this point they're doing more to hurt us than help us.
I know you're right. That's a lot of people, though. Keep the canary on alert. Not the canary, sorry, the raven.
I'll let them know.
Alright, in the meantime, I'll see if there's anything else I can do. I've got to get back. And with that, she stands up from her desk and starts heading back towards the manhole cover again.
Sister,
Yes.
whoever these people are that you're with, don't forget us, okay?
I
Let us
haven't.
know where you are next time, somehow.
She kind of waves that off and goes on her way. You know, like siblings do.
There you go. Do you do anything else in your little community?
No, she doesn't want to be too long before the soldiers might get suspicious.
Actually, everyone who was with you may does need to roll perception to see if you realize that she is gone.
Alright, so that would be Gerard
means-
and Lady.
Means
Yeah,
I need to
I'm
make a
looking for
roll.
my perception.
I have no plus on perception. Gerard doesn't notice jack shit.
None of the soldiers realize you are gone. One of them realizes you've been taking a while, but one of them
Lady was
notices that you're not
engrossed.
back yet. Lady don't give a fuck.
Lady was engrossed. She's been trying to have an eye communication or eye conversation with Philippe, and it's not going great.
Oh my god.
Alright, so yeah. So do I need to make a stealth check to get back into this place, or...
Yes.
Alright. Like I said, I like rolling stealth. Much better. 15.
You're able to sneak back in unnoticed.
Alright. Yeah, she sits back down next to Lady like nothing happened.
Lady is still trying to communicate telepathically with Philippe. It's not going great. But she's trying. The intent's there.
God.
You may kind of side eyes her like, What are you doing?
Well, drinking coffee.
Uh-huh.
It's quite good.
You say so.
Philippe just sips his
Okay, I
own.
guess.
Oh, this is. You should. Miss Yume, I know you don't normally do this sort of thing, but you should definitely have more.
You may kind of side eyes him too, and just like, I think
It's
I've
kind of a
had enough.
prejudiced thing to say, but he is trying to be friendly. He just doesn't know how to do it good.
Oh my god.
She kind of side eyes him. And it's like, it's not really my thing.
Lady takes a big sip of coffee, and then she kind of like puts down the cup, and she goes, "So, Philippe, I have a little question for you.
Ask me,
My question,
and I shall answer.
my question is this: you pick another Ivan?
He sighs deeply. I was wondering when you would ask, Moshe. The name was coincidence, I assure you.
Somehow I do not believe that. It might very well be, but I do not trust that. So.
Well,
I must know. Where did you meet him?
at the capital.
The
It was
capital?
Vladgorod, my mistake. In Desadam, there is only the capital. Most
Can I
forget
roll?
that there are other cities.
Can I roll insight
You can.
to
It
see if
was
he's
a.
telling the truth?
You can. It was a Imperial ball hosted
Ooh,
by this.
18.
He is telling the truth.
Interesting.
I had just recently been anointed to the aristocracy for services rendered to the crown, and I was already the talk of the party.
Well, of course, if you dance like you can, anybody would talk.
You flatter me, Moshe. But yes, he came to me
Came to
and
you,
asked
how?
for a dance. He asked for a dance. It was a ball. I wasn't going to say no.
Yeah, true, that would be rude. And what now?
Well, after 6 months, we were married. We were married, and 3 months after that, I was appointed to here. I moved. I understand I moved quite rapidly at the ranks. I'm forgetting if Philippe has a Russian or French accent.
I think you
French?
kind
I'm
of give
going
him
back and
one.
forth.
He uses like French turns of phrase,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like someone who grew up speaking the language but has purposefully developed their accent away from it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've always interpreted it as.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What was Miss Lady's other question?
I honestly can't remember. I know I said it, but I don't remember what it was. Hold on, I'm rapidly trying to think. If anybody else has questions, please help me. Girl, Helpeth.
Girl, Helpeth.
Girl,
Creepy.
Helpeth.
What is that? Let me Gerard kind of clears his throat and he's like, I am surprised that lady was not invited to the wedding, though I understand that it must have been under wedding planning is stressful, isn't it?
Yes, I would have liked for her to come as my dearest friend, but I can only do so much when when I have no idea where she is.
And Gerard kind of looks at Lady from the corner of his eye and sort of like inclines his head like, he's got a point.
I was killing one of my many spouses. Next question.
He chokes on his coffee. What?
Oh, Philippe, do not pretend.
Gerard nudges her sharply with his elbow.
No, ma chère. I am not surprised at the killing. I am surprised you said one of? How many exactly?
Do I include your father or do I leave him out?
That was a joint effort. Let us start from after we parted ways in Germania.
11.
Sorry, that's the first time she's actually given the number in game. Holy shit.
Girl, it's so much.
11.
11.
So including your father. 12 times.
You certainly know your way around, ma chère.
Well, of
Well
course.
done, if nothing else.
Well,
I
they're all dead.
assume that is tragically, of course. I
Oh,
assume
of course. All tragic accidents.
that you were smart enough to be the beneficiary of their views.
Oh, my dear Philippe. Duh.
For everyone else around, you can tell that there's like several underlayers to this conversation. He definitely knows exactly what she's been doing because he watched her do it the first time with his dad. But yeah, the only thing that surprised him is how many times she has done it after that.
Oh my god.
uh, what did bring you back? Not back. What did bring you to this area, ma chère? I know that for family reasons you have some roots here, but I never took you as interested in visiting Eastern Nolia.
Well, to be honest, I was passing through. I do not. Hunting certain nobility is much harder than others, shall we say. And I do not have certain benefits that would help me out with that. I was mostly passing through, trying to get to another area, and happenstance I run into you.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said. What? The last bit.
And happenstance I run into you.
Okay. Yes, quite fortunate. Yes.
I would
And
very much agree.
how long will you be staying?
Well, that entirely depends upon you, no?
Well, if it's up to me, you can stay as long as you like. Along
Well,
with your friends, of course.
I will stay as long as you have me, or until I find number 13.
I will try to make it to that wedding, ma chère.
Please don't.
Oh my god. She's so much constantly.
Oh my god. I love it. God, I'm sorry. I still feel where Hobbs. Yeah, he got me pretty good. I see the scratch on my leg.
Ouch.
Oh no.
Hobbs, you're normally so much. He's looking at me now. You're normally so much more athletic. Why did that have to be the time you failed? He just sighed. Yeah, you know
No,
what
he's
you
in
rolled
did.
one.
low.
Gave me the
They
equivalent of
failed
a
their
eye
athletics
roll.
check.
They did.
Also, Hobbs, girl helpeth.
Girl helpeth. He's just
Girl
curled up in
helpeth.
my bed. He's sleeping in like one of my
Aw.
suit bags.
Oh.
Since they're out right now, he just vibing.
Aww.
Yeah, he's a baby.
Baby.
In the meantime, before this turns into the Hobbs stream, where did you meet these people?
Rich people.
No, the ones who were with you at the execution, including current company.
She kind of looks around herself. She lands her eyes on Gerard, and then she looks back at him.
Not counting Gerard, of course. I understand he is a servant of yours, but the rest
They are my friends.
met on your travels, I assume?
Well, of course, where else would I have met them? It's not like I can go back to Fantasy France.
She literally just said it, didn't she?
Yeah.
She did. It is Valois.
Like, I can go back to fantasy.
Valois, Fantasy France.
Fantasy
Fantasy France.
France.
Girl
Oh,
helpeth.
Girl, help it.
Girl, help.
I need a
Christy,
map.
what is up?
I'm sorry. That is immensely funny to me. Anyway,
Sorry.
Philippe sighs. Perhaps one day we will be able to return home.
One day.
It is unfortunate that the revolution disrupted so much. Quite
I
a
do.
shame, really. It started off with good intentions, but as
Well,
the current empress demonstrates, those intentions have gone quite awry.
Philippe, I love you dearly. So I say this with the utmost respect. No fucking shit.
He chuckles. I did miss your frankness, ma chère.
I miss you as well, Philippe.
Well, there's no need to miss me. I'm right here. And you may stay
I'm
as long
here.
as you like. With
You
every
seem
need seen to.
different somehow. I'm trying to put my finger on it.
I'm trying. Just not sweat.
What's wrong, Sarah?
Nothing, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not suspicious of anything at all.
Feel like we're about to be in a situation.
Gerard isn't
Different
uncomfortable or
how?
anything at all. He's fine. Don't worry about it.
Doing great.
What do you mean different, ma chère? I mean,
Then I knew
obviously,
you as
aside from the beard, among other things.
The beard suits you. It looks very nice.
Thank you.
I say keep it. Different as in when we were children, you would not stop practicing magic, and yet when I come to see you this time, you have not cast a single spell. Different in the
perception.
way that you danced. Oh,
Roll perception.
Roll
oh
perception.
no!
Girl, girl.
That is something
really
all
just
of you can
cut you
do.
off mid-sentence. Roll perception. Bitch.
That is something everyone sitting with Philippe can do.
Oh no!
Oh, okay, great. Gerard is rolling. Gerard is fucking rolling. Hold on. Gerard, please. No!
Oh,
I got an
man.
18. I got
That
an
is
18.
that is hilarious. Oh wait, fuck, I forgot. Lady,
Journey to
you can
Midnight
roll with
girl
advantage.
help.
I forgot because
Oh.
of the special
That's
condition here.
gonna be Gerard with a 2.
It's gonna be
Oof.
I
Gerard
got an
with a 2.
18. So if nothing else,
Oh,
Oh,
she
damn.
really fucking
and
is just
Lady
talking
with a
out her ass. It's
2.
fine.
And a crit fail.
Lady is lost in Philippe's wonderful, wonderful lies. As for
Yeah, she's having
Yume,
a good time.
she notices Philippe is still like talking with her normally. You see it for a split second. When he goes to sip his tea again, for a moment, you see that same like robotic motion in his arm. As if like he's a puppet on a string. It's only
Oh
there for
my
a
god,
second,
he's a robot.
but like after that, it seems to go away, but it was there. So something acted up.
hmm. Hmm. Yeah, you make coughs.
Bless you.
Lady's last question was that why he hadn't cast any magic, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There is, I've not simply had no reason to. The running a device royalty consumes all of my attention.
You had no reason to when we were children either, and yet.
That is the thing with childhood. It allows time for things that adulthood does not. Sadly.
Gerard vaguely clenches his fist a couple times back and like clenches it and then releases it and then goes back to his coffee.
What's wrong, Gerard?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
You sure?
Yeah, he's fine.
Philippe does take another sip of the coffee. Cold Joe.
Cold Joe.
There's your bit of comedic relief. I do wish I could practice more. Ivan would, when we had first met, occasionally help me, but recently I am consumed with my work. He is consumed with his flower arranging. Quite pretty. The gardens are mostly his doing. They were in quite a state when we came here. He has really turned them around. But yes, magic. I've not had time to share, unfortunately.
And you had such talent.
I did, yes, but that talent does not help with running Mazov.
That is fair. I would take that. My ex helps me run things. But then again, I do suppose it is my ex. It helps me with many things.
I am sure it does. Hopefully, you will not need to help you anytime soon. You will be kept perfectly safe while here.
Until I find number 13.
On my honor as a gentleman. Yeah, if you murder someone, I cannot guarantee anything because that is your own fault. But
That is fair.
just
Well,
make
it
sure
wouldn't be murder.
you make it so you can't get caught. I can't prosecute someone who doesn't have any evidence against them anyway. He's
So
saying this quite
Rice telling
casually
her
in a
it's
public
okay to
coffee shop.
murder.
Lady and Philippe had a
Murder
very
is
interesting childhood.
okay.
They
They
had
have a
such
very
a
interesting
weird
childhood. But yeah.
Gerard. Muffin?
Gerard leans in a little bit. He's like, please don't call me Muffin in front of people.
Oh. Okay, Muffin. What time is it?
It is. Hey, DM, what time is it?
You see it is, I'll say like 2-ish in the afternoon. You guys have been out for a couple of hours, but nothing too long.
If it's 2-ish in the afternoon, then we broke the rule of saying we'd get him back by lunch.
Yeah. And if they've only been out for a couple hours, it's probably closer to like 10.
I will throw you a bone. I will say you left at like 11.
Okay.
Okay.
So if
So,
it's been a
like-
couple hours, then it is probably around
Yeah.
2. Well, I mean, does Lady give a shit if she's late back or not? Or did they take us seriously when we said that?
Well, here's the thing. You are with the Viceroy. Like, he's having a good time. If someone comes looking for him, it'll be very easy for him to say, like, we just lost track
Fuck
of
off.
time.
I want to have
No one's-
lunch.
Like, either that or, like... Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I was just curious, and Gerard kind of clears his throat. He's like, it's getting close to about 2, lady.
I see. Thank you. Philippe, I know you are very important and you have very important things to do, so I will only ask you once. Do you want to return home?
Sorry, 1 second.
Or do you want to stay out and join me on my shopping trip?
Sorry, 1 second.
You're good?
I am totally doing things relevant to the campaign. I am not looking at pretty anime ladies.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
of course
Yeah.
not.
Who
Don't
even
you
does
slut.
that? Ha ha ha.
Anyway, he thinks about it. Roll perception again.
Oh no, that's been going so well for me today.
Lady, of course, gets the advantage since this is her best friend.
Let me see. It's roll perception, right?
Yes.
Okay. Gerard, please. Gerard, please.
Gerard is just like engrossed
Gerard,
in
please.
the idea of a
Gerard's
person named
having
Old
iced
Joe.
coffee panic attack.
Yeah, he's
Iced
literally having an
coffee.
iced coffee panic attack.
Panic attack.
Attack.
Gerard is
God.
almost like a cat with caffeine.
Yeah, he's not doing too hot. Poor little
Um,
guy.
Fortunately for y'all, Lady rolled an 18.
Panic attack.
Lady, you notice at the mention of going home, for a second you get a sense of like, it seems like he tenses up.
Mm-hmm.
And he had been in the middle of the motion of sipping his tea again. This time it is blatantly obvious to you that his arm looks like it is being moved by a string.
What the fuck?
It passes. You don't know, you can't tell why you're only glimpsing it in split-second moments this time. But yeah.
Oh.
He savors his coffee. I don't know if I called it tea, I probably did, but anyway, he sips his coffee and sighs, "This has been lovely, but I do need to return to the palace. There's much work to be done. Gazar's
Excellent.
death will throw a wrench in a great many calculations, including, oh, that is a wonderful pie crew, including whether or not we might be at war."
Lady nods, and not in her usual, like, I'm trying to get information out of you, but I'm kind of too stupid to do it properly voice. This one actually sounds genuine, like how she might have sounded when she was a teenager, before she became who she is. And she goes, "Well, Philippe, if you need my axe, let me know."
Philippe chuckles. I am more reassured than ever, ma chère. Thank you. With that, he does proceed to get up, and you all realize it's probably time you made it back to the palace. You've been gone for quite a while, much longer, and people probably will come looking for you, like for trying to find out where the fuck the viceroy is.
She also
Move,
stands up
boys.
and takes his arm.
Aww.
Buddies.
Buddies.
Yume coughs again when she sees that.
Aw, why would you be upset, Miss Yume?
I don't want
What's
to
there-
talk about it.
What's there to be upset about? It's just two
Gerard
buds.
kind of gives her a look and just kind of like he gives Yume like a look and just kind of like does that very mild head shake of don't think about it that way kind of look, like and then just keeps walking like he didn't do anything.
All right. You guys are making your way back. You notice Croissant Man has actually used some of his own money to buy another croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant Man! Hopefully he doesn't die. He's enjoying himself. Cole Joe himself came out to give y'all his regards. Said you're free to come back at any time. It's a short walk back to the palace. You are still in an upscale part of town.
Mm-hmm.
And after only a couple of blocks, you do make it back. You notice on the steps as you're returning, Ivan is
great.
there.
Oh boy.
Awful.
Mm-hmm.
Roll perception.
Oh my god.
I love having you do this.
I got a 14.
Hey,
How does that
20.
taste?
20.
I want
You
to
got
see
above
what
a 10,
Gerard
I'm
says
happy.
before I say anything. I want to see what Gerard says before I say anything.
He got a
Gerard's
14.
14.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
I rolled
didn't see
first.
it, my bad.
I was on that motherfucking
Ah.
yeah.
Oh, Ray, you did not need to roll perception. I am sorry. You are currently not with them.
Sorry.
You're all good.
Oh yeah, I'm still on my errand. I forgot about that.
You're on your errands.
Yeah, your errands.
Have you
that I'm
finished those
totally not
errands?
suspicious about.
Did you finish
Did you
those
finish
errands?
those errands?
All right.
I did finish my errands.
So,
Hey.
so I will go first, since this relates to you directly. As y'all approach closer. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, hiccups. You see. It's almost at first you think it's a trick of the light, but then you're able to get a good look at it and you recognize it immediately. Something you have seen in the mirror every day of your life.
Oh my god.
Oh
A twinkle in Ivan's eyes. But not the twinkle of, like, say, a human eye or anything like that. No, it's almost as if you are looking into the night sky with a green tinge.
Oh my god.
Lady, you notice it as well. Gerard, you do notice that Ivan's eyes look strange. You
Here's
can't
the
quite
thing.
pinpoint it, but they seem to shine.
He also probably wouldn't know exactly what he was looking at, even if he knew what he was looking at, so that makes sense.
Yeah, if you had rolled a couple points higher, I would have told you you're astonished to see it looks like you're looking at the night sky in his eyes. But
Yeah.
There you go. Lady, you notice, since you are on Philippe's arm, Ivan is staring directly at y'all, and as you're getting closer, Philippe's movements are getting more robotic.
Cool.
Husband, they told me that you went out for coffee. I wish you would let me know. I would have been overjoyed to come with you. You know how I am, Ivan. When an old friend asks me for something I cannot refuse. Lady,
Let's go
you can
to
feel that he
ketchup.
is extremely tense.
Hmm.
He turns to you. Philippe does. Well, it was a lovely day, ma chère, but duty calls.
You have very important political things to attend to. So messy politics.
Messy indeed. And with that, he slips away from your arm. And like a puppet on strings, he walks to Ivan, who gives him his own arm, and they walk back into the palace, the soldiers following behind. And you are all just left on the steps.
Whew.
All right. Would you like to make your way back to your rooms after a nice day sipping coffee?
I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's time to regroup with the information.
I think before Yume does that, I would need I feel like I don't have a good excuse for her to have a piece of paper on her, actually.
Why not? I mean,
It's a piece of paper.
Shit, she's illiterate. Why would she need it?
Oh.
No, Daisy's illiterate. Yume.
Oh, I
Oh.
forgot. Okay,
Oh.
I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry for accusing you of making two of your characters illiterate.
Damn.
Now, could she read Shakespeare? Probably not very well, but like.
We know she can't
girl,
read
neither
War
can
and
I.
Peace.
But like she
Damn,
can.
yeah, no War and Peace for her.
She can read at maybe like a 7th grade level.
Girl, Helpeth.
Girl,
Helpeth.
I am enjoying this so much. I am wondering if y'all will figure out what the fuck is going on.
Lady is very stupid and very stressed.
Sorry, I know we were interrupting you, Miss Alyssa.
But either way, Yeah, so I'm gonna use my feature of criminal contact.
Okay, let me pull that up.
Which says you have a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as your liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact, even over great distances. Specifically, you know the local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who can deliver messages for you. And I'd like to think that what this looks like, is she does a little bird call. She mimics a canary.
Mm-hmm.
And when she does that, a member of the Green Hand will come to her.
Damn. Sorry, quick question. Where is this on your character sheet?
It would be under fee. It's under description.
Description.
Under background.
Where is that? I'm sorry, I do not actually see that. Features and traits, actions. Oh dear. Yeah, I do not know where that is.
I have actions, inventory, features and traits, and then descriptions.
Okay.
But I'm not looking at the PDF version.
I am looking at the PDF version.
Well, there should be a place where like it shows my like alignment, my gender, my my appearance.
I'm
It should be
okay.
listed
Here's
above
that.
There
I
should
see
be a spot for
I see
background.
your equipment. I see features and traits. We can
Hang
look
on.
into this. We can look into this later. I feel like I have an outdated version of your character sheet.
You shouldn't, but
We'll figure it out later.
hang on, let me
So
look.
yes.
Actions, sneak attack, fast hands. Do they legit not have my...
So yeah, I am looking at the features and traits box right now. I see your hit points, your proficiencies, your expertise, your sneak attack, your thieves' cant, your cunning action. The fact that you are the roguish archetype of the fast hands, the ability to score increased languages, and dream
Yeah,
walking.
they don't list this on the PDF version at all. I don't understand
Yeah.
why. But it's there. I promise you it's there.
Send him a screenshot.
I believe you. Like, this isn't me doubting you. I'm just like, I was trying to read the details, but it doesn't exist on here. You can just send me an up-to-date version later. Maybe that one's corrupted somehow or something.
No, it just doesn't have a spot for it.
Okay.
I'm looking at the PDF version too. It's just not there.
So, are you using something like Elena where you have a D&D Beyond sheet?
Yes.
Send me the link for that when you can. It doesn't have to be right now, but
let me
soon
see if
send me the link.
Give me 1 second. Let me see.
I just thought of a title name for the current session. Girl Helpeth.
Girl Helpeth.
All right, let's see if this works for you. But I can read it out loud again for you.
Da, 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 da. 403.
Yeah.
Giving me an error
I
code.
don't know how to send you a there doesn't seem to be a way for me to send you a
Mr. Hobbs.
PDF version. And I don't know why that's not listed on the PDF. It should be, but
all right, so we can figure this out in a bit. For now, like, I will take your word on whatever this feature that you're about to do does. We can figure this out after the fact.
I don't know how to do a screenshot, Sarah. Hang on.
Do you not use a snipping tool?
I don't know how to get the snipping tool up. There we go.
Snipping tool is my best friend, man.
Like, there's what I have. Again, it reads, you have a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as your liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact, even over great distances. Specifically, you know the local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who can deliver messages for you. So this is a lot like
I see. Yeah.
I know you haven't listened to the Adventure Zone, but it's a lot like Magnus's ability that just makes people trust him.
Gotcha.
And just lets him blend in. He's like hero of the people, something like that.
Yeah. So It is at this moment that everyone else in the group realizes this is me giving the in-game version of this. It's not just you can just call someone to you. Someone who you recognize as a member of the Green Hand just essentially appears out of the crowd
Mm-hmm.
next to Yume. They are
Mhm.
passing as they are actually very well dressed. It's clearly a disguise, but to someone just walking the streets, they would not be able to tell this person from any other noble.
Yeah.
What do you need, Phoenix?
And I think she says in Thieves' Camp, the Viceroy's husband is a dreamwalker. Tell the canary.
It takes everything this person has to actually keep their professionalism. Somehow they do. You got it, boss!
It's like, excuse me?
Yeah, the fact that they were just able to squeak out a "you got it" instead of being like, "what the fuck?" Yeah. They'll know right away, and they disappear.
That is all I wanted to tell them, and I go inside.
Does everyone else go inside?
Yes, Gerard goes inside. He loves being inside.
Inside, he's an inside.
Yeah, he loves being inside. It's his favorite place.
Can Lady find like a training area or something? She has a lot of pinch-up steam to let out.
You are directed to a courtyard that has several training dummies used by the palace guards. I'm assuming that they will keep their distance from you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm assuming the rest of you are back in your rooms.
I would say Gerard probably does accompany Lady. I know he is constantly attached to her hip, but he
It's
is the
what he
one
do.
carrying the axe most of the time.
He wants that shit off him right now.
Yeah, like he went with her because he has to fucking carry her axe all the time.
Yeah.
All right, Giuseppe, Ray, Hube,
Oh yeah, I went
what about
inside.
y'all? So y'all have gone back to your rooms. You're not doing anything else.
Well, I assume we're all regrouping to share what we've learned.
Lady will be in a
Yes,
few.
I
She
believe
has
that was the plan.
to she has some steam that she has to let out. She's coming, but she might be a minute. She's stressed, okay?
I love her so much.
Yeah, I really don't know why this isn't anywhere on the PDF version. That's really stupid. Anyway.
It probably got cropped out because formatting is bullshit sometimes.
No, I'm like, there's like scroll bars and everything, and it's not there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And because of formatting, it was not included. That happens a lot in documents like these.
Oh yeah, fast hands got cut off too. It's probably under
Yeah.
broke features. Oh well.
All right. So you all are chilling, having tea, just vibing. Eventually, Lady and Gerard return. Lady looking like you actually notice a scratch on her face as if something had flown by her and left a shallow cut. Gerard just looks fucking shaken.
Poor Gerard.
He's tired.
He's so tired all the time.
So very tired.
You
Hey,
all
sorry,
know
my
not
headphones
to
just
ask.
died. You guys aren't getting echo, are you?
No.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah. Would you all like to discuss the findings of the day?
Sure. I think that's a great idea.
Why
Mhm.
not? Lady is going to mutter in Elvish how much she would like this situation to not be this situation, and she's pretty damn sure that a good swing of her axe could fix it.
You
She
may
is muttering in Elvish.
you may does speak Elvish, if I remember right. Let me see. Do I speak Elvish? Where are my languages?
Ray does.
Ray getting an
Raising it.
Ray
earful.
speaks Elvish.
Yeah, I speak
Ray's like,
Elvish.
oh damn, that's noble talk. She gonna
You
fuck
may-
shit up.
You may kind of mutters under her breath. I think she uses a slightly less formal dialect, but she
Picked it
she
up
does
from like
kind of.
interactions here and there.
Is it like
Well, she's her
like how
adoptive father is
in
a
Lord of the
half-elf.
Rings?
What? Sorry,
Oh,
there were
Is it
several
like
people
the
at once.
headcanons for Lord of the Rings
on.
where it's like
Yeah, it's
there's
like that.
there's headcanons about how in Lord of the Rings Legolas speaks like Hick Elvish and Frodo speaks like Ye Olden Elvish kind of thing.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
I've
one of my
heard about
favorite
this.
headcanons.
It's extremely funny. All right.
But yeah, she
So-
kind of mutters like, "Yeah, this is all dog shit."
All right, so I'm assuming y'all all basically exchange notes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You may, of course, reveals that he is in fact a dreamwalker.
Okay.
So now you have a question to ask yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
If the Viceroy's husband is a dreamwalker, why did that shift his politics to make him more oppressive to people like the dreamwalkers?
I can't stop thinking about that. Like I haven't been able to stop thinking about that.
Can we
Um,
talk? Can we say trying to start a race war?
Is he?
That's what it feels like. That
Who
would
knows?
be the
Pretty fucked
simplest
up to, like-
explanation.
Try and have your own people killed, wouldn't it?
Unless he's trying to have his own people rise back up and fight back.
Maybe.
I'd say it's working.
If that's his
I'd say
goal, it's
absolutely
working.
brutalizing your own people instead of using your position of power to promote their welfare is like a stupid fucking move, though.
I mean, I never said people who try to start race wars were smart.
No, you're right. Most of them were very stupid. But no, here's the thing. Like, I'm not expecting rationality out of this guy, but that is an irrational way to behave at all. There has to be some other reason. Unless this is his husband's only means of striking back against him, which I also kind of doubt because he seems pretty well in his hold.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's to completely put suspicion off him. Because, I mean, all you have to do is look at him, right? Why hasn't anybody else noticed it?
Good question.
Well, most
nobody's
people
really-
aren't like gazing deeply into his eyes.
Yeah, most people aren't paying attention to the Viceroy's husband. They're paying attention to the Viceroy.
And if that's the case, not to say this, but would his ability have anything to do with how he's controlling him?
Who says it's his ability?
Yeah,
Would not be.
it's not his dreamwalking. Dreamwalking wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. But surely he's using that for something.
He could.
Possibly.
Yeah,
I
like imagine you're in a position
Can neither
of
confirm
power.
nor deny that he is using it for anything.
Interesting. Thank you for the information. Yeah, like that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's controlling his husband, and we assume that because he has pretty tight control of his husband and he can even operate this control at quite a distance, judging from the fact that we purposefully separated him and his husband is still behaving like a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Then I mean, why would he? What's he trying to
Really
do?
so sure that Ivan is the one that's controlling him? It's not the other way around.
Oh, no, Philippe's the one acting like a marionette.
Philippe has been the one
But
who
could that
consistently
not be a ploy?
Mm,
I think
could
that's
it.
running on too many layers, but now I don't want to be.
no, Occam's razor. That's too no.
Hmm.
Well,
Hmm.
Giuseppe, Ray, what did you learn about Ivan aside from the fact he's a dreamwalker? Because that's already established, but we don't know what to do with that. So what about the rest?
Fucked up sense of flowers.
And
The
what
sense
kind
of
of
flowers.
message? And what kind of message was he putting across because of that?
Very harsh message. I mean, it's
Hmm.
not a harsh message, but it's very a two-faced message. Because you have flowers that are, death and anger and resentment, but then you have infatuation and fascination and distinction and love. And it's very much, there's two sides of it, kind of almost like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality within the flowers.
That's another thing to work on. And Gerard kind of clears his throat and runs a hand over his hair, and he's like, and one other thing I find troubling is Philippe's sudden disinterest in magical subjects.
Yes, that
Treating
is
it
quite concerning. I do not like that at all.
quite to have something that was once so, and his face kind of twists for a second, so devoted to become something treated like a childhood hobby, I find very disturbing.
Hmm.
And if anything, it's like ripping the teeth out of the viper in your bed, maybe. But I could be wrong.
No, that
Who
would make
can
sense.
say? Well, I can say because I know everything that's going on.
Yeah, God?
God?
Um.
The thing.
In the
All right.
meantime, we also have to deal with the problem of the Dreamwalkers getting ready to riot.
As you say that,
Oh no.
well, Konsky barges
Oh,
into
thank
your
God!
room.
Oh, thank God, it's him. Perfect. The person I wanted to talk to.
You might not like what he has to say. There's a riot.
Oh no, not again.
You make just kind of, the Oprah Winfrey shrugging meme.
Yes.
Damn it! That
He looks grim.
Oh.
He actually walks up to Yume. He almost looks angry.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe you get is that he feels you've played him.
Oh.
What?
Oh no. That's not good.
He leans into your face basically, and the red of his eyes is just so piercing. How the fuck did you get them weapons?
What
What are you
the fuck is
talking
this
about?
guy talking about?
What weapons?
The rioters, they have muskets, pistols, swords. My soldiers have been firefighting with them for the past 30 minutes. They are fighting, dying.
Yume puts a hand up, like, first of all, those rioters are not connected to the Green Hand, or whatever you may think.
They are wearing green masks. Or at least some of them are. They're being egged on by... The ones wearing the green masks are being egged on by them.
She kind of sighs. Not that I expect you to believe me, but those people aren't acting on the orders of the Green Hand.
Then whose?
That's what I've been trying to find out.
Oh, well, that was a given. But why?
And I think we both might have an idea of who it might be.
You think the Viceroy's husband?
He is a dreamwalker.
He actually recoils. He's like,
Oh no.
what?
That's right.
How did you
I
not
saw his
notice?
eyes change color.
I can't take these calls.
His face is just, what the fuck?
Fuck.
Yume's just kind of the Kermit the Frog meme now, just nodding.
Nodding.
He takes a second to process that. You say they're not your people. Or at least they don't answer to you anymore. Is that a fair
No.
assessment?
That's correct.
What do you think will happen if they die? What will your organization do?
Then you might
Regardless
actually
of
have.
what you say, what do you think they will do? Speak frankly. Because
they
this is
certainly
looking
will
like it'll be a massacre.
Well, they certainly wouldn't be pleased.
Define undispleased. Because it is not just dreamwalkers, this is ordinary citizenry rising up, firing muskets at my troops, killing them and being killed in return. The whole city is about to be drowned in blood.
I'll put it this way. I'm just one person. I only have so much control over what other people do. If there isn't at least enough bloodshed, I can't be held responsible for the things my people might do.
Are you not the Phoenix? One of those birds who leads them?
She kind of chuckles. And she's like, as I said, I'm just one person.
Well, even if you are one person, we need your help to do something. They won't listen to a ruse. They might
No,
listen
I
to
think
you.
not. You want the Phoenix to go out into the public.
I want the Phoenix to prevent a bloodbath. People are already dead.
She kind of nods. She's like,
Have
I'm
you
not
ever
sure-
heard of the whiff of grape shots from the Valois?
The what?
It's a story. There was a riot against the Republican government at the time. A general, the General d'Antillia, Jean,
Mm-hmm.
she had her troops fire grape shots angry citizens who had naught but pitchforks and torches and killed hundreds of them. If something isn't done, that is going to happen here tonight. Because
And
that
you
is
may
the
rub-
only. If they are not stopped, that is the only way we have to restore some semblance of order to the city. But even
Yume's
that will probably be short term.
Yume's rubbing her temples right now. Like, I don't know what you think I can do.
Convince them to stop. I don't know if you can succeed, but I know that they will trust you more than they will trust someone like me.
She kind of nods. And then I think she actually looks at Giuseppe. Do you have any kind of experience with this sort of thing?
Mr. Giuseppe, you there?
Did we lose Alina?
Did she fucking die?
Alina?
She
Infinite.
did.
Alina.
Alina?
Elena. Well,
Hang on.
I heard breathing. She's not dead.
We lost Alina.
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
Did you fall asleep?
No.
Oh, your dad napping over there. Oh, girl. Girl.
I'm dying a little bit. I only got 4
I'm
hours of
sorry.
sleep last night.
Oh
ma'am.
no. Alright, it is 10:46. We can go ahead and call the session if you would like. This is a decent stopping point. You can deal
I was
with
gonna
this
say.
bullshit next
I
session.
feel like we were in the middle of a conversation, though.
You can wrap up this conversation, yes, but it sounds like one of our players is about to drop off.
No, you're fine. You keep going.
I think we should wrap up this conversation and then we can call it.
I fell asleep.
Yeah, the only problem is you need to ask Giuseppe the thing.
Yeah. Alina, did you hear anything about what was going on?
Yeah. What was like the last thing that you said?
Do you have any
TLDR, there are riots in the streets,
Uh-huh.
and Bolkonsky has come in basically telling Yume he thinks she's the only person who can convince these people to stop because he doesn't really have any other option.
Yeah.
Aside from bring out the cannons and shoot them with grape shot.
Yeah.
Because this is like 18th century riot control.
Yeah.
And Yume turned to Giuseppe and was asking what he thought, if he had any experience with this sort of thing.
Giuseppe goes, yeah, I've seen things like this before as far as the type of crowd control he's talking about. If that's what they're gonna do, we are not gonna want to be present for that. At least in the sense of being in the literal line of fire. I think that I think it's becoming increasingly pertinent, you could say, that we probably clear out, or I'm a little bit worried that we're going to end up in a similar situation to the other day.
Is there anything I might be able to say to them that would convince them to go home?
Are these okay? The people rioting in the streets, are these Yume's people?
It's both.
It's
Okay.
regular citizenry. They're being egged on by what from Bolkonski's description you guys realize are members of the extremist faction of the Green Hand, the breakaways.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ones with the blood teardrop on their mask.
Yeah.
The problem is the reason Bolkonski is so frazzled, and he does say this to you, properly explains it. Somehow, a shit ton of muskets have been smuggled out into the city streets and distributed among these angry people, and they're using it to firefight with the garrison.
Gotcha. We're going full limbs. Okay.
Yeah. It's to the point where they're starting to think the only way they can really get this under control is roll out the cannon, fire the grape shot to disperse these people. Because, yeah, it's bad.
Giuseppe
They don't
looks
want to,
yeah.
but like
Giuseppe,
I said, 18th century riot control.
Giuseppe looks to Yume and says, "These look, kid. I've seen a lot of angry people trying to make the grievances known in my years. Those when you're that angry, you're not just gonna pack up and go home. Sometimes the ship for peaceful talk sails before we get to it. Is there anything that you can think of that would make them go home if you're closer to these people than I am?"
She looks at Bolkonski and like, that's just it. They don't have any reason to go home. They've got nothing.
Is that your answer then?
She kind of closes her eyes and I don't see what I can possibly do, especially if your own people are in the mix. They wouldn't listen to me.
I will tell them to let you. They will listen to anything I say, since I am the aide to Kutuzov. If I tell them to let you make a case to the rioters, they will let you.
I can get them to listen.
I think it's worth a shot. At least
And
for
if
the
it does
appearance
not
of it.
work, I still have my.
We got ladies riot control. Axe.
Yume kind of gives her a look like not helping.
She tried.
Lady is so wholesome in her own special way.
She's trying her best to be supportive.
I'm sorry, I just love that response. I don't know how we're gonna get these rioters under control. I have an axe. What do you need? Not that.
Yume kind of slumps her shoulders and sighs, and then looks at Bolkonski again and nods.
Okay.
And with that, I think that's a good place to end.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I do think that actually is a good little
That
leaving
is
off
a good
point.
place to end. All right. Cliffhanger. Roll credits. Dun,
Roll the
dun,
credits.
dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da.
Wonderful. I defeated you, won the
Wait,
war.
no.
Alright, so before we
That's
go,
more than 10 seconds.
before we go, next week I believe is another Genshin stream.
I believe so, but I will double check with our wonderful tech crew member, Katie.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. And we could do that too. We can discuss that later. Yeah, we can discuss that later. Another thing that I actually I'll wait till we're off the stream to talk about that. But
yeah. And then after that, we could do a Journey to Midnight stream. A lot of us will be in the same room that weekend.
I will be
wait.
gone that weekend.
Miss Sarah will be
That's-
gone. That is why I
Wait,
said
next weekend
certain
is the
way.
25th. Or are you
Yeah,
talking about 4th of July weekend?
I'm saying 4th of July weekend.
I don't think we're having any
25th
streams
is
4th of
Genshin.
July weekend.
Okay, so we'll consider 4th of July weekend holiday.
We are taking the 4th of July off.
Gonna make them wait almost a whole month to see if these people die or not.
Dun 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 dun.
Yup.
Dun 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 dun.
So join us next week for our next Genshin Impact stream. We hope to see you there. And otherwise, you can check out our Twitter. We're trying to get better about posting on there. We promise. Give us a follow on there. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And check out our the podcast Sarah, Alina, and I do Till Death Do Us Snart. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the stream and haven't already, hit that subscribe button here on our Twitch. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.